that I'm here. Because I was supposed to be here to do a tarot card reading, but my energy was on zero, bitch. And I just want to come here to talk some shit because even though my energy's on zero, I got a little bit of energy to explain myself because, today was just one of those days where where you're just really remembering that boundaries are so important. Like some days, some days just really remind you that boundaries are essential to happiness and peace. But I feel like I'm making this video mostly for me because, bitch, we literally told ourselves as long as we have these brain cells, we are not going to talk to that lady. We literally told ourselves. We said, but we did not stand on business. And that's why we're here again. So maybe this is the last time. Maybe this is the last thing we're going to have to go through. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for myself. Because I keep on hearing that, like, when you finally go through enough things, you will be done going through those things. And I just don't think I was done going through things. And I got to be honest with myself. Like, there's a part of me that there's a part of me, like inside of my soul, that feels like anybody could get it. And what I mean by that is like, it's not such a hard concept to grasp. Being loving and empathetic. However, somebody has to go there themselves first to even get that fire started. Like the fire of empathy inside of somebody, you actually have to build it yourself, especially if the people who modeled it for you weren't showing it or weren't offering it or weren't building it for themselves. And so I feel like that's my biggest issue with my mom, is that like she's clearly not building any empathy inside of herself. And I'm never going to get it. Like, I'm never going to get love from her. She's not capable of offering me love. And I have to absolutely hold that shit as law and stop thinking that like, oh, she's going to get it now. Oh, she's going to get it now. Because I keep on hurting myself when I do shit like that. When I keep on assuming that she's doing the labor, that I'm going to get the benefits of that labor, and I'm not. She's not doing that work. She's not doing that work, girl. She's not doing that work. And every time we talk to her again, every time we laugh on the phone, every time we hold our tongue, like we're betraying ourselves. And it don't feel like that because you be wanting to see the best in motherfuckers, but it's not there. Like, no glasses, no contacts could see that shit because it's not there. So I hope you're doing well. Revisit, however you say your name. If you tell me, I'm gonna get it. But I want to say it's Revisit. Revisit. I'm hoping you're having a cute night. Truly. Also, you as well. Aini or Nini, I'm not sure, but it's a beautiful spelling. I love that cursive. My eyeballs, though, not good. With that all being said, though, I really just came here to rant because I fucked around and talked to my mom again. Yeah, you talked to your mom again, bitch. You did, for no reason again. Ugh. And it's the way she want to tell me about my brother's wedding so bad. And she's so, like, you could just tell she's so excited to be a part of it. And it's just like, I don't know, bitch. Listen, on Twitter, I posted like what the signs were doing today, and the shit had me dead because it was a lot of signs at 1 degree, which is potent, a seed. And so I just feel like today it was not possible for me to be quiet. It wasn't possible for me to just act like everything's okay. It wasn't possible. And so I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, "Are you and my auntie still beefing?" Because Lois the Keys, I just want to know, like, Are you and the lady that's about to inherit the house that my grandpa got, are y'all still fighting? Cause if not, like, why aren't you living there? Like, I wasn't trying to be ugly. I was just trying to genuinely ask, like, sweetie, you just said you caught a snake in your house. Like, I just feel like my mom, when we get on the phone, she just want to tell me all these terrible things. And it's like, girl, who want to hear their mom got a snake in their house and like don't even know if there's more? Like literally everything she's telling me is like, this is not a good situation. Why are you not reaching out for support? And it's just the ways that she got me, like, it's the way that she got mad at me for asking her why she's not reaching out for support. And then I was like, fuck it. If you're not going to ask for support, I'm going to just ask you directly, like, why are you not supporting me? The bitch got the nerve to tell me I'm about to be 40 years old. And I just feel like there's something about trolls that come in here saying shit like that, and my own mom saying that had me like, you're a op. Like, damn. Like, I knew she was a op, but it's like, not you trying to bring up my age like you be like you call bitches for their birthday. Bitch, how do you know how old I am, girl? Like, I'm just sitting here like, I know I came out your coochie, but it don't seem like it. And so again, I'm making this video for myself in the future because I'd be loving to watch these videos, bitch. But watch this one again and again and again. Don't talk to that lady. Don't talk to her because she's very fucking. And it's like the whole time we're talking, I'm trying to remind myself like we're both privileged. We're both privileged. We're both privileged. Like I have something to share with her, she has something to share with me. Like I'm trying to hold that. But she getting mad because I'm trying to explain to her that like there are a lot of people who are out of work right now, and it's not because they're not qualified to work. And she don't want to hear it. She got the nerve to tell me that she got two jobs as if her white ass and me got the same experience. And I'm trying to explain to her gently as fuck that, I have been retaliated against for standing up for myself, for having a voice, for daring to have a voice in the office. And my mom was just like, oh, you want to talk about this colorism shit? And it's just like, bro, like, I miss when she was a crackhead. Like, like I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I really miss when she was a crackhead because it's like the crack never made her say shit like this. Like, this is sobriety, bitch. This is Newport 100s. I don't know. Again, when she was on crack, she was just more pleasant. I know that's terrible to say, but I just feel like I just cannot talk to her. And again, it's the way that like I wasn't even trying to fight, but that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, she's not doing the work to hear me. She's literally avoiding the work to hear me. And so whenever I speak, she is disturbed. And it's frustrating. Like, she had the nerve to say, I just want you to be a good person and you worried about colorism. And I'm like, how do those two correlate? What are you talking about? And you wanted me to be a good person, bitch. I couldn't tell. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's so wild to hear her talk because like you could just tell like she is overwhelmed, doesn't have her needs being met, doesn't think they'll ever be met, doesn't even want to ask for support. And so me asking her about why I'm not being supported really had her enraged. But I just wanted her to be plain, because it's crazy. Like bitch, my grandpa got a house and land, and my auntie live in that house. It's a big ass house. I literally just wanted to just double check on what happened. You know what I mean? Because like some people really be like realizing like, damn, like my part of the family, my branch of the family tree, why are we not getting support? Like, why does no one care about us? Why do we have beef? And in retrospect, I just think like my mom has a lot of drama in the family. And I'm not going to say it's all just because of her. But there's a part of me that feels like, as I've said before, because my mom is mixed and has a white mama and a mixed father who claims blackness, My mom genuinely thought like black people and white people was gonna be her friend. Like she really thought she was gonna be cool with everybody. In ways, it's hilarious, but in other ways, it's a very unfortunate mindset to be having and then be hurt by and not be doing the work to unlearn that shit. But that's where my mom is. My mom feels hurt that she's not embraced by everybody, despite the fact that she's a quadroon. And it's bizarre because again, it's the way that she don't accept everybody. It's the way she don't talk about everybody with kindness. It's the way some of the things my mama said that I do not need to repeat again because I've said them in other videos. It's the way that to include herself in blackness, she has all these little anecdotes for why white people are also black, like why her white looking self is also black, and it's just like ugh. But it's the way that like she just had to let me know that I'm that she's not concerned about the systems of oppression, that she wants me to be a good person, and I'm just like I don't even know what the fuck that means. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out like why am I homeless? Like still, like is there a reason why y'all aren't supporting me? And no, there's no reason. It's just no one's being supported in the family. And then people be wondering why. People be really wondering why like people are fucking weird and mean and evil. And it's like honestly, like if people woo, if people were like really able to access the reality of what they're living in, oh man, the family dynamics are fucking demonic, bitch. Nicolette, it has been forever. I hope you're doing well. Kenneth, same. Oh my god, I can't believe you're here. Ghetto boy, thank you again for getting me bubble tea today. Well, that was unsound. Can I say happy birthday to your cousin? For sure. Happy birthday, cousin. Not call you whatever pooks. You're cute as hell. You're riding your scooter. That's so cute. You're adorable, Jordan. Um, I mean, LX, you're not wrong. Thanks. I'm in like a clear space with my mom, but it's like what a waste of my fucking time. Like that's just how I feel right now. I just feel like today is a day that I just really am sitting with like the ways I wasted my time, the ways I just allowed myself to play a fool, and for who? Sure wasn't me, bitch. And so today I decided to not be a fool no more and tell people exactly what I was feeling. And my mom basically told me to get my life together. And I was like, how? I was like, I need support. And she's just like, oh, well. And it's just like, I feel like I'm sitting with the reality that I really could have died last summer and this February and that other time that I don't fucking forgot what day it was. But there were like several moments that I could have fucking died. And I told people and they didn't give a fuck. And I just feel like the person that was shocked is dead. The person that is like depressed about that is dead. Like I'm just sitting with like the reality that like, you know, like people who are supposed to be there for you are not, and people that you barely fucking know are. And that is my fucking reality. Like I literally came out of this bitch coochie and she told me that she don't want to hear me talk about anti-blackness anymore. And I like don't even know what the fuck to say to that. Like I literally just, you know what I said to her? I was like, I think this is our last combo then. She goes, for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, I just don't think we have anything else to talk about. Cause it's like, what the, I can't talk about anti-blackness, bitch. It's just something about a white passing bitch telling you can't talk about anti-blackness because she don't want to hear about it. It's just something about that. It's just something about you coming out of that coochie and that portal has a mouth that says shit like that. And it's just like, yeah, I'm supposed to be safe with her. Like again, bitch, like in the future, it's gonna be illegal to have a brown baby if you're white. It's gonna be illegal. When we finally get them TikToks out, cause bitch, it's the way I found a couple fucking TikToks of like mixed kids with white mamas, and it's just so sad because like some of us have really dealt with some really insane shit. in our households and then be going out into the earth trying to be like regular people. And it's just like how and I mean that like on so many levels, like the people that live in households where people be putting their hands on you, be cussing you out, yelling at you and shit. Like people be really expecting you to go onto the earth and like not reflect that shit and like also not mirror that shit. Like I feel like that's the thing too. It's like what's worse, becoming like them or literally feeling like those people are always like coming for you or talking to you or connecting to you. Like it's just so many layers to the shit. I'm just it's like I could tell my mom is hurt, but bitch, me too. And I just don't have any more space to have. I don't have any more empathy for her because I really feel like I spent it all. Like I really like I just feel like my body don't allow me to just sit up here and like act like everything's okay, especially if people are talking to me and trying to make sure every like. And again, the way that the thing with when my mom went was so crazy because we having a convo. All of a sudden, I asked her if her and my auntie are cool because I lived with my auntie for a little bit, and I feel like me and her had such a weird falling out, and like I just feel like she owes me an apology, but at the same time, you can't make nobody apologize to you. But I told my mom that because it's like I don't know, like I don't want to cry. I really don't want to cry anymore. Like honestly, bitch, like I really don't want to cry anymore. Like I really do not want to cry anymore. But I was in the car with my friend, and it's just the way like her mom called her and like it's just the way that like her mom was like so interested in like me and like was being so nice. And it's just crazy whenever you like talk to somebody else's mom. And it's just like it's just so easy for some people to just be loving and be open and like other people know. And it's like I'm just so fucking tired of talking to this fucking lady, thinking that one day she's gonna know the right things to say to me, and she's not. She don't care. She does not care. Like, and it's like the way the conversation lasted like 30 minutes, and like I'm literally trying to share with her. I sent her like findhelp.org, which I feel like I share that here a lot, but like honestly, I'm getting like free dental and free medical from findhelp.org. It's basically a way for you to figure out where the resources are wherever you are, and it's zip code based. So just PS to anybody out there who needs support. I've gotten groceries from there. I've gotten a lot of support from there. I'm actually going to be looking into housing from there as well. So just putting that out there for anyone who feels like they can't get food stamps, they can't get any support. There is support out there. A lot of it is independent. And also for anyone who is food insecure, the Black Farmer Index, please look into it. There are so many Black farmers that are out here that have been out here that could use the support. A lot of these white farmers is about to go under, bitch. A lot of these white farmers about to be looking crazy. So just PS on that. Like definitely support as many Black farmers as you can. Um I'm crying. Hear me out. I'm not. I feel like I'm gonna keep the vibes like honest. Like I honestly don't feel positive right now. I feel like disgusted as fuck because it's like, how are you? Like, how are you calling your child and smiling and laughing on the phone and acting like everything's cool? Like it's wild, but I have figured out how to talk to my mom just long enough to get her all the information she want to share. But when it comes to me, it's just and it just feels so bizarre. Like it's such a one-way radio. Like the phone is not two-sided. I cannot call her and just talk to her. Like I feel like the entire call, I'm just waiting for it to go left. And that's not normal. And it hurts because again, I feel like if we was like again, I almost said if we was in person, but it's like the last time I saw her, she threatened to cough on me and she had COVID. So again, I feel like even saying that is crazy. Any other human being saying that to me, I would probably stomp on them. I would probably spit on them. And it's the way that like I literally answered the phone and talked to that bitch like she was a regular fucking person. It's sick, but it's like I really like I'm bitch, I'm telling this so that when I see this again, I'm like, yep, that's why we're not answering the phone. That's why we're not answering the text. That's why we're not calling her back. That's why we're not dealing with her. 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 Now are we gonna say, do we wish the snakes get her? No. No, we not there. Our heart not cold. But I hope she handles all those things. You know what I mean? That's all I got for her. That's all I got. I really don't wish no ill will on anybody. I feel like that's not even my energy. I just feel like I just want her to leave me the fuck alone at this point. Cause it's like every time I talk to her, again, it's just never anything loving. It's always just me waiting for her to just shut down, get triggered, spiral out, lash out. And it's crazy. Like she tried to tell me that I made choices to get where I am. And I was like, what choices did I have at 13 when I was taken? She's like, you came back to my house. I was like, cause I missed you. Like she tried to throw it in my face that I came back to her house after foster care. And it's like, yeah, cause I wanted to be around my family. Like what the fuck? And I'm literally trying to explain to her like life is different for me than you. Like I didn't get to stay with my family, and in her mind, leaving at 15 to go to New York was the same thing as getting taken by the state, which is insane. Very insane. But that's again, that's how deep this shit goes. She said so many things. And it didn't matter that I said anything back. She's louder, like literally, and she will talk over me. And I'm past the point of like, if you start talking over me, bitch, I'm gonna just shut the fuck up and just ignore the fuck out of you because it's like, why are we doing this? And again, it's the ways I just feel like she programmed me like through abuse to like accept this shit, and the ways that I'm so good at like acting like I ain't hear that shit. My God. I just feel like you ever just feel like you popped a pimple from the root. That's how I feel. I feel like I popped a pimple from the root, so it hurts. Hurts real bad. But getting that nasty shit off me, bitch, like it's it's like my face hurts from that pimple, but I got all that nasty ass shit out. So that's how I feel. Baby Ethernet, I hope you're doing well. But yeah, basically a recap for anyone that's just joining us. I basically cut off my mom for the 50th time, I think it is. 50th? Maybe 59th? Maybe 60th. Let's just say 100th at this point. Let's say this is my 100th time trying to get away from this bitch. And I failed. But you know what? I feel like I had help. So that's where I'm at with it. Like I'm not about to beat myself up for trying to call my mom again because everybody want to call their mom at some point, right? It's such an insane feeling to know my mom is alive, but she's really dead. My whole family, like all of them. And I asked my mom, I was like, why was our grandparents taking us to church every Sunday? If when we got taken by the state, they didn't step up. My mom was like, Mama and Poppy had their own life. And I'm like, whoa. Like, it's just the way that, like she just really wants me to get over what she did and what she's still doing. And I can't anymore. I just can't anymore. And I feel like the biggest reason why is because I feel I really hate giving people consequences for mistreating me. I really feel like that's such a hard thing to sit with because I feel bad. I be feeling bad as fuck, making people stand on what they did to me. I be really thinking like, maybe if I let them slide, maybe it'll mean something in the future. And it's like some magical thinking ass shit. It's also some Christian ass shit, low key. Like I really hate that for me. But I always be thinking like, oh, you never know how it's gonna work out. And it's like, bitch, they done already fucking abused you and traumatized you. And now you feel bad about getting away, saying fuck you. I mean, I feel like it's just wild to see your mom like an old lady and she will still be in the same way. Like, I'm just like, bitch. It's the way I want to drug her with mushrooms so bad. But I feel like I'll fuck around and give her mushrooms and that bitch thinks she a god. Like, On some Kanye, bitch. I just told you who I am. Like, I'm telling you, bitch. Some people can't take mushrooms, bitch. It's very tragic, but I be so scared sometimes. Whenever a man hit me up, I be like, we gotta do a consultation because I'm not about to give you no fucking magic potion to trick bitches. It's not gonna go down like that. I'll protect my sisters as much as I can. No, you're not wrong, and I feel like that's the thing too. It's just like, ugh. It's like I know my mom life ain't been easy as fuck. Like I know she's gone through things, but let her tell it, and that's just that. That's just that. And again, I got to hold that I have privilege. You know, I have community. Like I didn't let a man take me away from community like completely. You feel me? Like I think about that too. Like some women just like it's like ugh, like they get caught up being with that man to the point where don't nobody know them no more, and they don't even know them no more. And I just have a lot of empathy for like femmes who like get caught up like with a man or get caught up in a romantic situation, period. Cause it don't gotta even be with a man. Like there are just so many things happening online right now. Like I'm just gonna talk a bunch of shit right now. I have a lot of shit to talk. So there was a video of this black woman who was talking about how she was like 21 years old, about to go to law school to become a lawyer, and had got mixed up with a 30 something year old when she was like in her teens. And so by 21, she's pregnant, she's married, and she dropped out of school to take care of the baby. And at some point, this man abandoned her after 3 kids. And he started harassing her for custody, and she let him get it. When he won custody, she didn't fight back. She said, go ahead. And it's the way the internet is just going in on her like she's dumb, like she should have known better. Like 3 kids, that's a lot. And it's crazy because between me and you, I feel like it's probably really easy to get 2 kids. Like it's probably very easy to get two because once you have one, it's probably very easy to have two. Now, the third baby, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It could have been a situation where you wanted to leave and then you fucked around and found out you was pregnant. At this point in Roe v. Wade, I don't think we should look at how many babies somebody has as an indicator of how stupid they are to stay with somebody. I think unfortunately a lot of us are fortunate to not have met a scammer, a psychotic bitch. Some of us have not met that person yet. I'm so glad for you. But there are people out there who poke holes in condoms. There are people that hide birth control. There are people that sexually assault people while they sleep. Like you really don't know what these men be doing out here. And a lot of us are embarrassed. And that's why you don't know. Like that's the worst part about all of this is a lot of things that femmes have experienced, some of the worst things we'll never know because that girl don't want no face on that shit. Honestly, like I've had people attack me for some of the shit that I shared, and it's like, bitch, but you didn't have to go through that. But in retrospect, I'm like, maybe you did go through that, and maybe you're mad that I'm just like just sharing it. Like maybe it's hitting you like harder than I could ever even imagine. Because on me, for me, I'm like, bitch, I've taken so many L's. Which one? What's one more? Like that's really where I'm at. It's like if I made a mistake or something went left, I'm just gonna talk about it because who fucking knows? Like I watch my videos for me. I make my videos for me plus community plus socializing. So honestly, sometimes I come back and I'm like, damn bitch, that was wild as fuck. But also sometimes, I'm reminded of something that I smoked away. And that is a funny ass moment. Like when I tell myself something that I know, but it's gone, bitch, until my ass fucking remind me. So with that being said, this shit is like part memory, bitch. Like honestly, like this YouTube channel has literally helped me remember some crazy ass shit. Some crazy ass shit. Things I don't want to remember. But I'm grateful for the opportunity, obviously. With that being said, they're really dragging this lady and trying to make it seem like she's stupid for staying with this man for 3 kids. And it's just like using kids as a measurement of time, a measurement of intelligence is so fucking sick. Ugh. And then they wonder why people don't want to have kids. And they wonder why women won't do it. Like they be wondering, people men so mad. Why don't any of y'all want to catch some nut? Like, girl, really? Mm-mm-mm. 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 I'm just so fucking sick right now. Like, it's the things that you'll really accept in your life just so that you can. What exactly? Man, it's the way some people kill themselves off. Like, it's the way some people really, make sure that they get away from you. And what I don't like is the people that like linger and make it seem like they're still there, kinda. Because that's what my mom is doing. Like she want to call me on the phone and act like we could be friends, and it's like, girl, I just feel like I can't even begin to communicate with her, and that shit is so terrifying. Like I've had deeper conversations with like people on the internet than my own mother because she's just not capable. She doesn't want to be. And I be wondering what she be talking about with other people. I be really wondering, like, is it just surface? Is it just like the weather? That shit hurts so bad. Like when you can't get deeper with somebody and you want to. I feel like that's what sucks is like I don't want to anymore with my mom, but there's still a part of me that feels like that's fucked up. There's still a part of me that feels fucked up about it, and I hate that feeling of ownership when I didn't do anything to her. I mean, at this point, I definitely dragged the shit out of her, but before, like, I don't feel like I did like the first fucked up thing. But I also think my mom don't really think about our lives in context. Like, I really think she's like, well, my kids are still alive, so. And that's the way she talked about my grandpa. She's like, Grandpa's 90 something years old and he looks great for his age. It's the way that she brags about my grandpa. Meanwhile, she's living in a dilapidated, condemnable trailer that's full of snakes and bugs and shit. And her favorite father. And he doesn't give one fuck about her. Like I can't imagine, like you're 90 something years old and you don't even want your child to live in your home. And I'm not mad at him. Fuck her. But still, it's just like that lack of empathy, like it travels, like, ugh. And it's the way my auntie, the child free one, lives in the house that my grandpa owns, the one that got a cat. And it just makes me laugh. It's like my mom talk about my grandpa like he the best man on earth, but he treats her like shit. And I hate that for her because again, is what I think I have going on with her. Like not as bad, obviously, because this bitch will fucking run up over there and fucking do something for him. Like that's why she lived down there. Like my mom ain't living in no fucking north. Like she living by her father so she could be delusional about that relationship. And I feel like that's why she really don't fuck. Well, she don't fuck with me for probably multiple reasons. But I ain't never tried to live near her ass. Once I got the fuck away from her, I lived with her one time. Because after me and Andrew, I feel like me and Andrew dated from like when I was like maybe 18, 19. He was like 25, which is crazy as fuck. But I want to say we broke up and I told my mom I wanted to come home. And she was like, you should come home. Like she was encouraging me. She's like, you can have my bedroom. Like she's a demon. She's like, you can have my bedroom. Come home, Tatiana, come home. And I get there, the bitch make me sleep on the couch. The bitch don't even leave her bed. The bitch treat me like shit. Like I literally just got out of a relationship where I was like going through all types of crazy ass shit, thinking that I should just like move in with this man and be with him and be engaged and like all this crazy ass shit that is hilarious in retrospect. But I know you can probably hear my stomach growling, bitch. I'm about to go eat, don't worry. But I was gonna say, fucking my mom literally told me that I could come home and I could have her bed and all this bullshit. And it's like, it's the way that she really got the nerve to tell me that I've made choices and that's why my life is like X, Y, or Z. And it's just insane to think that like anybody's life is like X, Y, Z when your kids were taking away Tammy. Like I don't understand like how she feels comfortable and confident saying any of that to me. But at the same time, I do, because, like, she live in delusion. That's why she lived next to her fucking father, who don't give a fuck about her. Like, I'm not, like, duh. I don't know. I'm just fucking hurt. I'm just fucking hurt as hell that, like, this is what I'm experiencing at 35 years old. My mom just, like, gaslighting me about how, oh, like, everything could be fine. You just need to like 2 jobs like me. Like that's what her advice was. Her advice for my poverty was to be like her and get 2 jobs. So that was cool. I loved that conversation. It was real fun. I don't know. I wish I could be happy with everything as it is, but I'm just fucking not. Like, I really wish I could just be fucking happy about what's happening. But I never will be. I never fucking will be. I'm gonna always be fucking mad about how she treated me and my brothers. I'm gonna always be hurt as fuck. I'm gonna always feel a fucking way. And it hurts that she doesn't get it. Like, she really thinks somebody fucking wants to fight with her, wants to treat her bad, wants to, like, you know, be mean to her or some shit. And it's like, dude, I don't even have it in me to cuss you out anymore. I'm fucking tired. I can't even drag her anymore. I'm tired. She is so fucking tiring to talk to as a fucking human. Just annoying. Thank y'all for hearing me talk shit about my mom. I really appreciate it. Like, as I'm talking shit about her, I'm just realizing how much I don't want to talk about her anymore. I'm so bored. Like, it's never anything cool. She's like, oh, your brother's getting married. Like, when I'm done with your brother's marriage, when I'm done with your brother's wedding, then I'm gonna, like, be back on my business. And it's like, girl, like, I just feel like she wants me to know I'm not included in the wedding. I'm not included in the family plans. And it's like, girl, what is the point of this conversation? Like, I swear to God, like, I feel like the whole point of the convo is just to make me feel like shit for not being in my family in a meaningful way. And it's like, dude, I'm actually good on that. I'm actually good. I'm actually really good. I don't want to feel like shit anymore. Thank you. I'm good. I felt like shit enough. I'm gonna make some eggs. And I got some bacon and some potatoes, bitch. Yes, we're doing a breakfast feast in the night. Why would we not? But yeah, no, I just feel like, genuinely speaking, I'm like spiraling slightly because, again, I'm just having to sit with the reality that my mom does not treat me good. And that's not going to change. It don't matter how much I want it to change. It's not changing. It's not changing. And so I just got to move the fuck on. And I don't want to. I really wish I was one of those girls that had a mom. I'm not even going to play. I really wish I had a parent. It is cold out here, bitch. And you know what I said? I was brought up my grandparents. And my fucking mom was like, where's your father? I was like, why did you fuck that Jamaican man? Why did you fuck him? Twice. I know I'm not shit for that. But it's like, girl. Like, not I'm asking you about where my grandparents were when everything went left with our family. Because they have equity, they have housing, they have, like, actually resources. And my mom's like, why wasn't your father there? And it's like, you should tell me. Like, that's the shit that blows me. Like, I'm asking you a valid question. And then you gonna hit me with a question that only you know. I don't know why Mark wasn't there, bitch. I don't know. But I'm supposed to know. I'm supposed to know why my father was a deadbeat. Like, it's just like, girl, you losing the argument. Just hang up. Like, you could have just did a dramatic hang up. You could have been like, and now listen to tone. You know what I mean? What happened to that? She losing the argument and just bringing up shit that she making it worse for herself, because it's like, bitch, do you want to talk about Mark? Seems like you do. But she don't. And honestly, I don't even want to go that messy. I don't want to know why she was with my father. I don't want to know shit about it. I'm fucking good, bitch. I'm good. I don't need that origin at all. Gouda bitch. You know what, ghetto boy? You're a silly motherfucker, but I love that about you. Keep on being that. But yeah, I'm just tired. Come on, cheese. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I just feel like our relationship is never going to improve. She don't want it to improve. I have to just be real with myself. Like, she do not want us to have a good life. She want our family to be hurt. She don't care that much. And instead of sitting with the shame that she feels, she want everybody else to sit with it. And I can't do it anymore, y'all. Like, I'm really scared about what my family thinks is acceptable fucking behavior. It's like, motherfuckers be really wondering why you don't want to have kids. And it's like, imagine me having to tell my baby, yeah, this your grandma. Yeah, she just, she anti-black. Like, I'm not doing any of that. Like, I wouldn't even want to introduce a motherfucking friend to my mom at this point. Like, you know how fucking embarrassing it was to go get that fucking car? And this bitch gonna talk about something, oh, I'm gonna cough on you and your friends if you don't give me a hug. Bitch, you're giving Loch Ness motherfucking monster. So you need to fucking calm down. Like, that's what I'm dealing with. A bioterrorist, bitch. How many people got a bioterrorist threat as a mom, bitch? I'm telling you. It's just like, why? Why? Like, most people be like, oh, my mom be annoying. She be trying to figure out where I'm at. My mom call me too much. Just got some regular things going on. Bitch, I think I turned on the heat and then walked out the kitchen, bitch. Good God. Yeah. I did that. That's okay, though. Because now it's going to be extra chicken. We got to get that shit off the heat because I don't want no dry ass fucking egg, bitch. I'll throw it. But yeah, like I was saying, though, I feel like I'm almost at the end of talking shit about my mom. I feel like I left for a little bit, but now I'm back. But yeah, no, like I was saying about that lady, like, she said she didn't want to fight with this man to keep these kids, and it's like, I just wish that it was more realistic for women to say, I don't want these kids, and just let us go. Like, I just really wish it was possible, because there's so many of us that know, based on how our family treated us, they would have benefited from a program where they get no ask, no questions. You know what I mean? And just give the baby away. Like, it's the way that there's not one photograph of my mother and my father and me. Not one. Of all of us. Not one. Not even as a baby. And it's just like, and it made me laugh because, like, bitch, there's a video that had me screaming. It was like, if you're not with that man, why would you not get an abortion? And I know that's a touchy subject for some people, but as a bitch that survived, you know what I mean, in that scenario where, like, that's not your man, and y'all not cool, you're not friends, and you're carrying his baby. And again, I'm not trying to retroactively like regret my birth. What I'm trying to offer is like the video had me screaming because it was like, if you carry a baby for that man and you're not together with him, one day you gonna have to tell your baby you was a hoe. And I was screaming because it's the way my mom will never say she's a thought. But it's like the data, like I'm not mad at you, girl. Like who don't thought and bop? But it's just the way that it's like the data is giving that like you fucked this man, had a baby, and like fucked him again, even though he wasn't doing right. Girl, and then after you already had two kids, you had a third baby by another man that was not your man. And then wondering why we all scattered and shit. It's the way. Mm, mm, it's just crazy to realize you were a fuck around and to find out. Like honestly, bitch, because like that's all I could think at this point is like she did not like that man that much. She liked the dick, and that man did not like her as much. They don't even like, bitch. It's the way, bitch. It's the like, bitch. As a kid, I used to hear them fight. And my mom is an Aquarius, my dad is a Gemini. Why were they casting spells on each other? I'll never forget this, bitch. My fucking mom and dad used to fight through voicemail. High key, bitch. Used to get home from school and hear a voicemail that don't make sense because it's from an adult being vindictive towards another adult. My mom over here talk about some, why your father called me, talk about some, he who laughs last, laughs the loudest, and then he laughed. And then my mom sent him a voice note in my face being like, I'm the one laughing last, motherfucker. And then starts laughing crazily into the phone. Y'all wonder where I got this from. I literally was raised by a crackhead, and we just gonna call my dad a crackhead. Even though he's sober, that don't matter. I'm sorry, Geminis, but like, let's be real. Some of y'all, it's just already installed, bitch. Nobody had to cook that rock for y'all. No shade. No shade to the Geminis. I know that that's a crazy thing to say no shade to, because it's the shadiest thing to say that y'all have a built-in crack rock, but y'all know my heart. Y'all know my heart. Y'all know that I'm a crackhead too. So I mean y'all are family. But what I'm also trying to say is I heard them bitches casting spells on each other through voicemail. And it was just kind of like, what is the point of this? Like, can any of y'all like do some homework help? Oh my god. Like in retrospect, like I just want to be candid with anybody here who's listening. Anyone who just happens to hear me. If you are not feeling like this relationship makes sense, please don't bring a baby into it. Please, 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 please. Because I should have never had to meet my father. Like I should not have had to meet that man. That is a warlock. Like honestly, like no games. Like you ever just realize your dad a warlock, and your mother is a. I don't know, man. Like I could go a lot of ways, man. I'm gonna just say succubus. If my dad is a warlock, my mom is a succubus, and that's just all I'm gonna say about that. But it's the way I should not have had to meet either of them, bitch. I really should have been picked up in another country, bitch, like high key. But they don't send brown babies from America to nowhere else, bitch. High key, they really don't. They really don't, bitch. But I really should not have been in those households, and it's the way the universe was like, we agree. Like, it's the way I kept on leaving my mama household. It's the way I could never live with either of them motherfuckers. It's the way neither of them could parent me. Oh. I just like when I talk to my mom, all I hear is anger. All I hear is like her anger at it's weird to say this, but it feels like when I was a kid, my mom didn't treat me like it. Like when I was a kid, I felt like a second parent, and I also sometimes like I felt like a second parent, but then I also felt like she would ask me to do stuff, and then she would get mad because I'm taking it too seriously, and like she acting like my energy is off, and it's like you're putting a lot of responsibility on me, bitch. Like you getting mad that I'm taking shit very seriously because you're putting something on me. Now you're mad that I'm taking it seriously. Like it was a mind fuck. But I just feel like she's just so. It just feels like she's so ready to talk to me like the adult that she always knew I was. And it just feels like on some anti-black shit. Like I really hate to say this, but I really feel like she thought I was her little friend. And you know how like sometimes like black moms will say like I'm not your little friend. Like it's the way I really feel like my mom thought I was going to be her little friend. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I really feel like she thought I was going to be her little friend. And me and her are not similar. Like the wildest thing is me and my mom. The fuck, me and my mom have like very similar charts. Like she has a stellium in Capricorn, but honestly, I don't know her fucking birth chart, but I do know that she has a stellium in Capricorn, which you would think we both have stelliums in Capricorn. We will, you know, but I think unfortunately her aqua sun, her ego, and my cap sun, they just don't vibe because like I think that she thinks that she's a nice person or a good person, and it's awkward because it's like, what does that even mean? You know, like I don't think I'm a good person. I think that I try to just like pay attention, but I think for her, I think she thinks she's a good person because she worked with the elderly. And it's again, it's insane. Like, how do you lose all three of your children, but you get to work around the elderly? Like, I don't understand that. Like, that's insane to me. Like, I'd be really wondering, but I realize in retrospect that she works for independent people who probably don't give a fuck about a background check, probably just need some bodies to do the work. So it's not like I want to see her have nothing, but it's just like I genuinely don't understand how anyone trusts that she's compassionate or nurturing. She's never been those things. Like I remember, bitch, bitch. Like I really wanted to move on, but I just remembered another thing that the bitch did. I was watching the movie Fences. If you haven't seen it, I actually shared the link of it for free on YouTube. I'll put it in the comment section below. Personally, I think like when I say it's a good movie, what I mean to say is the acting, Viola Davis, wow, like Viola really ate that up, but also her and Denzel, the chemistry that they had, the anger, the betrayal, the grit. It was amazing, but at the same time, like as amazing as Fences is, it is one of the most soul crushing and disturbing movies because it is a reminder that like we're in a cup. We're in a and that story transcended race. And I know some people may not want to hear that, but that man who's so angry because he's been failed, that man who's so focused on being a provider because that's the only identity that he feels is dignified, like that man who hates his wife and the children that came from her and him, but he hates them. Again, it's the ways that I've seen that energy. It's the way I've felt in ways, maybe not 100% like Denzel, but I've definitely felt like resentment, like especially in like a long-term relationship and just looking around, not being happy with your life and then looking at the other person you're with and not even thinking for a moment that they're not happy too. Like just focusing completely on your happiness and like what you're feeling instead of breaking down, maybe talking to that person about what you're feeling and just the ways you can get so much rage and want to go about your day. But that rage is right at the top. And so Fences is definitely a movie that I would say everyone should see at least once. But I think depending on your family dynamic, that might be a very hard watch because it really is a story about a family dynamic that exists very often because a lot of men are disillusioned around being providers, especially now with the way the economy is going. A lot of men are like, I just don't think that's for me. Just in the, like, not just in the same way, but in the ways that, like, all of the rollbacks on femmes, all of the ways that femmes have been harmed. And they're like, yeah, being with a man doesn't make it that much sense anymore. Fuck it. There are a lot of men that are like, having a steady partner doesn't really make a lot of sense anymore. I'll just pay someone to be a sex worker for me. And so, just as much as people say, like, oh, sex work and OnlyFans is booming, what's really booming is women no longer like deciding, or not even deciding, being manipulated into relationships where they are literally an appliance, a chef, a therapist, a sex worker, a home manager. Like, there's so many layers to like being a femme in a household with a man. And again, it's the ways that we just don't talk about that shit ever. And it's the ways that, again, the movie Fences really does illustrate how industrious a wife is. Like, Viola was always on the move. Like, it's the way that if you really study her character, like through that movie, she barely rests. You barely see her resting. Even when her clothing and expression would give, like, she should be asleep, she should be resting, she's not. She's languishing, she's yearning, she's depressed, she's so consumed with everyone else's life and their needs that she doesn't have any. And I think if you really watch the movie for the women, like if you really look at the women the most, you'll notice how like they're so busy. They're just always so fucking busy. And the men have time to sit and talk and laugh. And it's the way that even when she's trying to be amongst the men, like they have work for her to do. And the only man that seemingly, or the only masculine of center person that cares for her is her son. And again, you see the ways that like a mother and son can become quite enmeshed because the only expression of masculinity is toxic and narcissistic and destroying everyone around them. And so again, the movie Fences, it's a movie that I think everyone should see, but I brought it up because, and I'm going to do a little spoiler just for anybody who don't want to hear a spoiler, give me 5 minutes. In the movie Fences, there is unfortunately adultery. You find out at some point that Denzel character been cheating, and he decides that he don't want to hide no more. He decides that he's gonna go see her when he want to go see her, and she gonna be cool with it. And it's the way that she was trying to be cool with it, but at some point, the woman got pregnant. And not only did the woman get pregnant, when the baby came, the call woke up the wife, Viola. And she had to hear that the baby was born and healthy, but that the woman who was carrying the child had passed. And so she had to get up in the middle of the night, hear this fucked up story, and then wake up her husband, who then proceeds to have his knees buckle in her face. He couldn't even wait to grieve this woman that he had stepped out on his marriage with. He could not wait to grieve. He, in front of his wife, who he has been cheating on and had a baby on, gonna let his knees buckle at the sound of hearing that the woman who he truly loved is dead. And when I say truly love, I don't think that man was capable of love, no shade. But I think like when it comes down to like what some people think is love, I think that Alberta was who he preferred. We'll say that. He preferred Alberta's company. We'll say that. But did he prefer Alberta? No. But I bring that scene up to say that a man brought a baby to my mama's house after like 5 years together. No ring, no engagement. Nope. Just one day brought a baby. And I remember my mama holding this baby and being real sweet to this baby, like so sweet. This little baby's name was Courtney. And her mama really loved her, you could tell, because she would always send the baby with the most beautiful outfits on. And she was a happy, healthy little baby. And she would be at my mama house, just all up in our house, like she's our little sibling. Keep in mind, my mama been with this man 5, 6 years, on and off again. And randomly one day she just taking care of his newborn baby. Newborn. I remember going into her room one day and asking her, whose baby is this? That's why my mom don't like me, bitch. Because, sweetie, like, I'm a minor, like, looking at a little baby that just showed up at our house. I got questions. Who is she? Where'd this baby come from? My mom talking about some tot. But it's like, girl. And keep in mind, like, I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but I know y'all see me smoking in here. My mom do the same thing. Why did you bring a newborn baby to this woman's house? Like, the air is full of fucking cigarette smoke. Like, she don't give a fuck about nobody's lungs. So it's just the way that it's like, wow, you got this little baby in this lady bed. What in the child care? Like a low key shout out to the woman that he stepped out on my mama, because she was like, this baby getting taken care of regardless. Like, somebody's doing child care and it's not gonna be me, bitch. Cause that baby was over our house a lot. And again, it's the way that, like, there was never any explanation. My mom just was kind of like, be quiet. Sierra, bitch, what up? And so like I said, I brought up fences to say that, like, my mom had this man bring a baby to her after they was engaged. Well, let me not say that, but she said she was gonna marry him. We'll say that. And like 5 years into the whatever they was doing, and keep in mind, he had three. Yo, I had forgot that he had three sons that came to our house one summer. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but that was one of the worst summers of my motherfucking life. And my mom didn't give one fuck. Yeah, bring your three sons to my house where I already have three kids. She could not raise three. Why would you give her three more? But again, and keep in mind, this was before the baby. And so it's like, whoa. Seeing that just had me like, yeah, like, I don't know. I think I'll just be a fun aunt, because again, it's the way that I saw my mom choose. Ugh. And then even when she was being disrespected, she was mad that anybody could see it. And it was just like, bruh. Again, it's the way that so many things happen to women and they be so embarrassed. And it's like, bitch, he did something crazy. He is crazy. Like, that man was really awful, but it's the way that she wanted to be with him more than anything. And it's just so crazy to think. But I have to hold that, like, when you have low self esteem and you don't really like yourself, you might really attach yourself to anybody who tolerates you. And I gotta just really hold that one, because I've definitely been there. Definitely been there for sure. Definitely didn't like myself and just jumped into something. But damn, I feel like when you have kids, it just makes it so much harder to, like, justify. Like, I feel like you be a single person playing yourself. Motherfuckers will talk about you, but you gotta hold that L alone. Like, when you bring your kids into that shit, it's just like, and my mom really think we could just sit on the phone. And it's like, No, 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 no. Cause again, it feels like it feels like whenever I talk to her, I got two different worlds. It feels like there's the world where she abused me, and I talk about it as much as I want. And then when I get on the phone with her, it feels like I gotta be quiet. It feels like I gotta just heal and shut the fuck up and not talk about anything that happened. And again, it's the way that like they're not good. No one's good. My whole family is like really traumatized and like operating like really, really just narcissistically. And there's just moments where I just wish that like it wasn't that. And that's like really my naivete. Like I really be wanting to just believe I could just, give them time. But I just feel like at this point, I feel like there's no more time I could give my family. I really feel like I'm wasting my time and hurting myself. Like I feel like you could self harm by keeping people around you, and I really gotta remind myself like I don't mind, people going through stuff. Like I read like one of my placements, like my Pluto placement is like the 29th degree, and it was like sharing like ferrying the dead over the river Styx. And so I know how to get people through some fucking hard shit. Like I know how to connect with people and like hold them through something very heavy and not get it caught up on me, not feel attached to it. Like I know how to talk about something very hard and allow it to have space and breathe and move on. And that can really, unfortunately, have me around people that really feel like that's my job forever. And I really feel like that about my mom. Like, I feel like she really thinks I'm supposed to, like, heal her through everything. Like, I really feel like I've talked to my mom and cheered her up and, like, given her so much. And it doesn't matter. Like, it's just, ugh. It's so hard to realize that she'll never be able to return that shit to me. Mm. I appreciate you for saying that. Honestly, Triple A Mommy, thank you for saying that. And I appreciate, Jordan, I appreciate you for saying that too. Like, I appreciate everybody for chiming in and being a part of this convo because, again, it's the way that it can feel so icky to talk about your family because, again, it's the way that, like, I don't want to say I'm jealous of people who have good families. It's more that like I wish I had that too, but not in a way that's like envious. Like I just am like, dang, like, I'm glad that you have that for sure. But it's just like, damn, like I wish I knew what that was like to like call your parent and be happy and not be worried and to call your parent and know that they want to hear from you. And again, it's the way that I think about how, your parents are like the first people that get to know you and like if they don't like you or they don't treat you like you're likable or worthy, like that can really make you think twice about getting connected to other people. And I also think it can make you really go like hard as fuck into all types of connections with people. Cause it's like if your family been chewing on you and eating you up, of course, like you're gonna be familiar with that when you get out of there. And so I'm really not trying to like make it seem like, all of these things are predetermined, but it's wild how like not getting enough like support and not having the information will have you like going towards stuff that could never make sense, could never feed you or like fulfill you, but like that's what going towards things that are not fulfilling. And so I'm just trying to sit with that reality because I just feel so depleted right now. Like it felt so crazy because it's like there's a part of me that wants her to chase me and run after me. And I even asked her, I'm like, was I supposed to chase y'all? Was I supposed to move to Virginia? Because the way she talks, it just seems like I chose to be isolated from my family. But I don't think so. I think I knew my family didn't love me. And so I sought love. I already knew what it was like to be around them. And again, after coming back after that breakup, like I told you, my mom gonna tell me after a breakup, oh, you can come, you can take my bed, I'll sleep on the couch, come home. And I come home and I'm sleeping on the couch. I come home and the apartment she's moved into is like, it's just like this. It's like one big ass room with a couple walls, but like not enough doors, like not enough privacy, and then also like a smell like mold. And she was comfortable there, but she was on crack bad as fuck. And like I didn't realize she was on crack. I feel like I told y'all this story before, but she would like come in the house and be sitting at the kitchen table, and she would have like her lighter like this and like under the table, and she'd be sitting there like keep in mind, I'm going through a breakup. She telling me I can come home. She telling me I can have her room. I'm sitting in the living room, aka my bedroom, watching her in the dining room, which is part of the living room, and she's just about to set the fucking table on fire. And I'm like not sure what this means. And I remember asking like my brother, like, what's going on with Ma? And my brother was just being weird. And at that point, he was like low key in a gang. So he was like doing gang type stuff, having weird people in the house. And so I was like, well, and I remember basically telling my ex, I gotta come back because like I can't live here. Like I only went back with my ex because I literally was not housing secure. I did not want to be back with him. I didn't want to go back there, but it was just like, I can't live here. And again, it's the way that my mom is like doing crack. And I think I told y'all this. Like, I remember she was on crack so bad that she had got her income tax and she had put that shit in like her pocket in her jacket. And she told me that I could take $100. Like, she told me to take some money because, like, for something. And I took like $200, bitch, because I kept noticing her going into her pocket. And it was wild because I remember, like, at one point she came home and I was low key, this is gonna sound crazy, but I was taking some like whole pictures in my mom's bed. I know that's gonna sound wild, but there was no privacy in that fucking apartment. So I was taking whole pictures in my mom's bed. Why she told my uncle that like she was home or some shit. I don't know, but my uncle's on crack too. And my uncle knocked on her bedroom door and like he knew she had the money in the room somewhere, but he didn't know where. And so he knocked on her door and I was like 1 minute and I think I might have said, who is it? Because it's like I knew it wasn't nobody that should be coming in the room if you knock in. And so I said, who is it? And all of a sudden, this motherfucker gonna bust the door open and like jump up in the room and start acting mad, suspicious as fuck. And it was weird because it felt like my uncle was like looking for a crack rock and he was trying to make it seem like I had it. Keep in mind, I'm taking whole pictures in my mom's bedroom. I'm wearing like a shirt, a bra, and some panties. And my uncle pop up in my mom's bedroom looking for crack clearly. And I literally was just like, she's not here, you know? I remember yelling, being like, she's not here. Like, so he would stop, like, trying to move around the room like Tasmanian devil, but he was really looking for some drugs bad. And I was just like, she's not home. Like, and just trying to be nice because, like, he was my favorite uncle until then. And so I was trying to be nice to him, but he just was not in his right state of fucking mind. And again, it's the way that I'm just like looking around at my family, like, yeah, I gotta go back with that white man. And again, it's the way people would judge me for being with a white man, but it's like, bitch, I could think in that motherfucker. Like, I feel like that's another layer to this. Is like some people get caught up with a man simply because the fucking circumstances would be crazy anywhere else. And it's the way that like every time I turn around, somebody talking about some, oh, why don't you go to a shelter? It's the way that like I've shared this before. I called a shelter and they dead ass asked me if I called my family first. And I was like, I would have if I could have. And they were like, well, we're full. And I'm like, well, thank you. But again, my first time calling a shelter, they were like, sweetie, it ain't realistic. And again, it's like people be really, really thinking it's so easy to get into a shelter. It's not, you guys. Priority is people with kids. And I feel like that makes sense. But because the priority is people with kids, there are going to be a lot of us older millennials who are fucked because we're not going to be priority and we're not getting in. A lot of men are abandoning women and making it the case to where they need these shelters. So this isn't me trying to make it seem like I have any ill will towards anybody else in the shelter system. What I'm trying to offer though is like being a single child free person without kids, or yeah, being a child free person, being able bodied, seemingly like those things will definitely make people think twice about being supportive. And again, it's the way that like because I'm a smoker, like people have judged me for crowdfunding because I smoke weed, and I've shared this a million times. The amount of weed I actually smoke is maybe like per joint, like maybe like point 0.2, like maybe point 0.2 of a gram. So if you cut a gram into like 5 little pieces, like 1 gram into 5 pieces, I'm smoking point 0.2 each joint. I mostly smoke rose petals. Like that's when you see me reaching down, I'm grabbing my rose petals. I'm grabbing some of my tobacco and I'm mixing it with the fucking herb. But for some reason, people think that that's a valid thing to say. Like, oh, you smoke, so you don't deserve to be supported. It's like, man, I've said this before. If I don't smoke, I will fucking go crazy. Like, I'm not okay. I also just revealed that my mom smoked cigarettes the entire time I was a child. She never went outside. I remember there were times as a kid in the car, she would smoke with the windows up and we would cough to get her to roll the windows down. Like we'd obnoxiously cough to get her to roll down the fucking windows because she wouldn't want to. And there were times where she would tell us to shut up. Like there were times where she would absolutely be like, I don't care. Be quiet. And it's like, how are you mad that we want fresh air? Like again, I just want y'all to know there are people that don't like their mom because she's evil. Because she's an evil lady. And it's weird. It's like people be wondering why I smoke so much. Bitch, I've been smoking since I was born. I ain't had no choice. And so by the time I fucking found out about weed, I was like, oh, I get it. Like, I get why people do this shit. Absolutely. Absolutely. But just to show people how much weed is going to be in this spliffy, just for the people that judge, for the people that want to look the looky loos, this is how much weed be in the fucking shits. This is how much weed be in the fucking shits. It be mostly fucking rose petals, bitch. And depending on how fucking stressed out I am, it might be a little bit more tobacco. But just for anybody out there who smokes and like you need something else, if you don't want to smoke tobacco, that's fine. Mugwort, mullein, and damiana. Personally, I feel like if you're looking for a more menthol flavor, I would look into cedar tips. It's low key kind of bougie, but it's kind of like smoking a fucking mint, a minty, piney cigarette vibe. There's no tobacco in it. It's very Norse, very Dutch. You feel me? Like motherfucker, like cedar tips are like these like little sprigs that come out of the cedar tree, and when they're dried, there's so much pining in there. It low key helps your shit hit like a sativa. It has a lot of uplifting, but it is bougie as fuck, so you know it's expensive, and that's why I only tried that shit one fucking time, bitch, because I'm not gonna spend all that money. But the cedar tips are cute. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are fucking kind as hell. Just thank y'all for being nice to me. Like this situation is so fucking tragic because like I really, like I said, I want to love my mom, but I know that I can't, and like that shit hurts so bad because again, I don't have a dad, don't have a granny, don't have a grandpa that's alive that I like because my grandpa that's alive, he's fucking insane. Like I feel like I told y'all before, my grandpa that's alive, he literally tried to drag me for checking my bank account at his house. I was on my personal phone minding my business. And he's like, what are you doing on your phone? I was like, checking my bank account. Then he starts going in about how that's how they get you. And it starts with a whole conspiracy theory about how me checking my bank account on my phone in his home wasn't even bothering him. Literally minding my business. He asked me what I'm doing. I'm gonna say that something's going on with the government. I'm like, girl, this is where your conspiracy energy is at. Your conspiracy theories are about Bank of America and airwaves. I hate this family. I fucking hate it here. This motherfucker lives in Virginia on a big ass plot of land. And He literally is a fool. And again, it's the way growing up, I always thought he was smart because he barely spoke. But it's the way that when he finally started speaking, bitch, I started realizing, like, oh, you just a man in a suit that go to church. Good to know. But it's the way my grandpa used to seem like such a prestigious person, and it's like he just wears a suit and goes to church. He drives a Crown Vic. That's it. That's it. But again, it's the way that that Sunday church, that Sunday school shit would have me just thinking he was a dignified person. But no, like he uses religion to posture above people. That's the whole point of it for him. I realize. Like he loves God so that he can tell other people they're going to hell. Like he loves God so much so that he can like, you know, tell people that that's why he has all the things he has and not because he lucked out and got the pension of an extremely obese white woman who did not have long for this world. You know, rest in peace, Grandma Mary. But for real, like I feel like when I really think about it, like my grandpa really divorced his mixed wife to be with a white woman and benefit from her immensely. Like in retrospect, like I really think like my grandpa, wow. Like when I really think about his life, it's like, whoa. Like imagine leaving your first wife in the South to go be with a white woman in the North, and then you bring her pension, her Connecticut pension to Virginia, and live like a king, and everyone else in the family is struggling, except for him. He's the oldest and richest ancestor, and when he passes, I already know my aunt about to like be a weirdo. I like there's a part of me that wants to be weird as fuck and like just pop up on her. But I'm not gonna do all that. I feel like she shoot me. Like I really feel like she's a psycho at this point at least. Like when I used to know her, she was like my biracial auntie who like listened to Alanis Morissette. You know what I mean? Like she was very into punk and rock and shit, and like me too. And we had a lot of good music in common. We had a lot of music in common, but man, it's just crazy to think about like just how you don't know your family members after a certain point. It's wild. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I'm just grateful to be able to close this shit down because I just, like I said, when I watch this back, I'm gonna be like, ooh, that's true. And shit, I'm gonna be thinking about a whole bunch of other things because, like I said, there's so many things I'm not even gonna fucking say because there's just no point. It's no point. I feel like I've said the worst things that are worth saying, but there's more. There's always more. And again, it's the way that like the amount of abuse I sustained. It makes sense why I feel bad about leaving. Like, what's one more, right? What's one more disrespect? What's one more failure to motherfucking meet my needs? Oh, bitch. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I just feel like the softer I get, the more I realize like how much people want me to like harden up. I won't be. I won't be. Man, like I think she thinks that she tells me to get my shit together, it'll just magically happen. Like I think she thinks that she just bullies me if she just tells me my age. Like it's the ways that she doesn't want to really help. She just wants to hurt me more. Wants me to keep on thinking about the things that she's thinking about. Like telling me I'm almost 40. What is the fucking point of that? Like I don't feel ashamed about getting older. So when people say bring up my age, I'm like, okay, like it's like damn, like you like are you trying to hurt my feelings? Like I don't understand what that measurement is supposed to do. But again, it's the way that she thinks that like I'm still a child, like waiting for the same things when really I'm an adult, letting her know like we won't be having a conversation in the future. It's just not gonna be possible. Because again, I'll be embarrassed. I'll be embarrassed as fuck if anybody knew that was my fucking mom. Like, if anybody ever met her in real life and knew she was my mother, I'd be embarrassed. Because she's not a good person. And when I say not a good person, I just mean like she's evil. And she really be doing evil shit, be acting like I should get over it. Like, can you imagine trying to cough to get your mom to realize to roll down the windows when she's smoking a cigarette? And then her knowing that that's what you're doing and telling you to shut the fuck up. Like, just the ways that I've had to endure so much. It's so obvious now, like, why it'd be so hard for me to, like, stand up for myself. Because it's like I stay folding. I'm just grateful I'm having this conversation out loud because it's been hard, bitch, in my mind. It's been really hard because motherfuckers be wanting to fucking jump into self-improvement, It's just the way that your brain will be like, well, do this. And it's like, no. You know what? Before I go, though, I'm going to play a poem for y'all. I need to calm down. I'm going to play a poem for y'all before we go. Because this poem, honestly, gives me so much joy. Because I feel like it's a poem that somebody wrote where I live, if that makes sense. Like, if you ever felt like you live at a certain place emotionally, mentally, this might hit for somebody. But I'm not going to tell you the name of the poem till the end. I'm going to make you be surprised. Bitch, did I really? Ugh. I'm so bad at having a remote, bruh. Like, I'm surprised I still have a remote somewhere in here. Oh, wow. It was blending. But yeah, no, I heard this poem the other day. Like, I was actually watching an old live when I was at Aaron's house. And I remember hearing it in the background. And I had forgot that I heard this. And I just listened to it like 5 times in a row. Because it just always hits. And I just feel like after talking to my mom, after dealing with her, I just feel like this poem just reminds me that some people are really consumed by so much, and they think so many things, and they're in so much pain, and there's just so many layers to it. And I feel like this poem really feels like I said, it just feels like somebody is where I live mentally, and writing a poem that just and I'm gonna try not to play it twice because I feel like it gets better every time when you hear it. All right, here we go. It's 5 minutes, so give me 5 minutes of your time. Hey babies, I'm playing a poem. We all love Meryl Streep. I'm probably gonna dip soon after this, but I'm trying to play a poem for y'all.
So living in Newark, but I guess living in India.
Hold up.
Fanatic Sportsbook Fair Play. Girl, explained by
the fuck? Not no ads. Okay. It's about to play. Promise.
This is a poem, I guess, that reflects living in Newark, but I guess living in ghetto. It's called Dope. Ray light morning fire lynch yet. Yes, the pain in dreams comes again. Race pain, people are people everywhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our people, yes, people, every people, most people, yeah, most people in pain. Yes, the pain and pain today. Oh wow, it must be the devil. Oh wow, oh wow, it must be the devil, it must be the devil, it must be the devil. Oh wow, yeah, devil, oh wow, must be the devil, must be the devil, must be the devil. It can't be Rockefeller, it can't be him, no Lord, it can't be DuPont, no Lord, can't be no Lord, no way, no sir, no way, Jose, can't be the rich folks. They's good to us, they's good to us, they's good to us, they's good to us, they's good to us. I know it, Master told me so. I see it on channel 7, I see it on channel 9, I see it on channel 4 and 2 and 5. The rich folks good to us, poor folks ain't shit. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh wow, oh wow. Everything gonna be different after we die. We ain't gonna be hungry, ain't gonna be pain, ain't gonna be suffering. Won't go through this again after we die. After we die, oh wow, wow. After we die, it's all gonna be good. Have all the money we need after we die. Have all the food we need after we die. Have a nice house like the rich folks after we die. After we die, we can live like Reverend Ike after we die. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Must be the devil. It ain't capitalism. It ain't capitalism. It ain't capitalism. No, it ain't that. Jimmy Carter wouldn't lie. Life's unfair, but it ain't capitalism. Must be the devil. Oh wow, it ain't the police. Jimmy Carter wouldn't lie. You know Rosalind wouldn't, or Lillian. His drunken racist brother ain't no reflection on Jimmy. Must be the devil. That and I tell you, the devil killed Malcolm and Dr. King too. Even killed both Kennedys and Pablo Neruda. Overthrew Allende's government. Killed Lumumba and is negotiating with Stephen Fetchit, sleeping, eating Birmingham over there in Salisbury, going under the name of Ian Smith. Must be the devil. It can't be Foster. It can't be apartheid. It can't be imperialism. Jimmy Carter wouldn't lie. Didn't you hear him say in his State of the Union message, I swear on Rosalind's facelifted catatonia, I wouldn't lie. Nixon lied. Haldeman lied. Dean lied. Hoover sucked too, but Jimmy don't. Jimmy wouldn't. Jimmy ain't lying. It must be the devil. It must be the devil. Put your money on the plate. It must be the devil. In heaven we'll all be straight. It can't be Rockefeller. He gave Amos Poot Booty a scholarship to Behavior Modification University, and Genevieve Almost White works for his foundation. It must be niggas. It can't be Mellon. He gave Winky Suckass a fellowship in his bank. Put him in charge of closing out mortgages in the low-life Pittsburgh Hill nigger section. It can't be him. Yes, sir. 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 Put your money in the plate. Don't be late. Don't have to wait. You're going to be in heaven after you die. You're going to get all you need once you're gone. Yes, sir. I heard it on the Jeffersons. I heard it on the Rookies. I swallowed it whole on Roots. Wasn't it nice? Wasn't it nice? Slavery was so cool, and all you had to do was wear derbies and vests and train chickens and buy your way free if you had a mind to. It must be the devil. It wasn't the white folks, them lazy niggas, chain themselves and throw their own black asses in the bottom of the boat. Well, now that you mention it, there was a certain king ass black Uwasi that helped throw your ass in the bottom of the boat, your mama, your wife, and you never see him no more. It must have been the devil. Give me your money. Put your money in this plate. Heaven will be here soon. You just gotta die. Just gotta stop living. Close your eyes, stop breathing, and bam-o, heaven be here. You have all of what you need. Bam-o, all of a sudden, heaven be here. You have all of what you need. That assembly line you work on will dissolve in thin air. Oh, wow, wow. Oh, wow, wow. Just gotta die. Just gotta die. This old world ain't nothing. Must be the devil got you thinking so. It can't be Rockefeller. It can't be Morgan. It can't be capitalism. It can't be national oppression. Oh, wow, no way. Now, go back to work and cool it. Go back to work and lay back just a little while longer till you pass. It's all gonna be all right. Once you're gone, give me that last bit of silver you got stashed here, sister. Give me that dust now, brother man. It'll be okay on the other side. Your soul be clean, be washed pure white. Yes, yes, yes. Oh wow, now go back to work. Go to sleep. Yes, go to sleep. Go back to work. Yes. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yes. Yes. Amen.
Bitch. That poem fucks me up every fucking time. Just so many fucking layers, but it's the way that poem, you could change some names around, but it would be the same shit. And there's just so many poems from like the 60s, 70s, 80s that just sound like they could really be created today in this way that feels like, I don't know. Like, I know art is important. I know it's important. And I know art like that, art that talks about what's happening, art that paints, art that tells you what's happening in terms of time, space, anti-blackness unfolding. I know it's important, but there are definitely moments where I'm just like, are we past art? And maybe that's what we're supposed to feel, you know? Like maybe that's, I don't know. It feels like I don't want to watch anything. Like it's like I can't even start watching new shows. I don't know. It just feels like there's a pause happening, but uh but we're gonna be pressed play on soon. I don't know if other folks are feeling like that, but it's feeling very mobile, and it's also feeling very emotional. And also, me too, Jordan. Like, it's definitely one of those poems that has you really thinking about who he's talking about and where and when, and just the ways that, like, as someone who left Christianity, like, I always got this feeling like I'm supposed to be waiting to die. Like the way Christians talk about heaven, like it just sounds like a better place than the earth. And again, it's the ways that I think about how they say the Garden of Eden was like on earth, and that's apparently where heaven is. And so it's just the ways that like the book is such a big contra fucking diction. But I feel like that's the thing about like getting people to not read anymore. Like it's never been easier to like get people to like spark notes a book. And like the thing about reading is like every piece of the book should make sense. And like I think about how like the Bible don't make no sense, but people don't question it. And you have to consider that like it's not because like they don't have questions, it's because it's like the devil to be asking. And just the ways that like elders would say shit was the devil, and the way that elders would always say it was the devil. Somebody was gay, it's the devil. Somebody was hungry, poor on the side of the street, the devil. Like everything was the devil. You were hyperactive because you were neurodivergent. You got the devil in you. And again, like when you are gay or queer or trans or just, not able bodied, whatever the case may be, it's the way that you will think that's the devil. And I was talking about this on Twitter a while ago, but like it's wild to consider it. But there are so many gay people trapped in their minds in church because like you make people go to church. Like if you really think about it, like church for kids, like they're forced to go. Like most kids don't want to go to church. But we get forced to go, and so you're forcing your child to go somewhere where they're being told actively that if they are gay, that's a problem. And again, it's the way that like growing up in the church, I already knew I couldn't say I was queer. I already knew like that was going to be seen as like some sort of gay demon. And again, it's the ways that I absolutely had adults tell me I was afflicted by a gay demon. And it was awkward because I think about how like there have been so many moments where I was with other femmes, and like people would project on us that we were gay, and it was really awkward. Like I remember me and my friend Venetia like just walking down the street, and like this like older like Spanish woman like yelling something in Spanish to us. And when I asked someone like what it meant, they were like, "Oh, it means the lovers." But the way she said it is like she was disgusted. But we were just both like some fucking like, we were both just some like feeling little mom. You know what I mean? Like we were just wearing straight backs. We just had straight backs and sweatshirts on. But like that was giving gay to this older woman. Excuse me. And the way that people will be so disgusted to see queer kids, queer younger people. And again, it's the way that like we exist. We've always existed. We've never not existed. But it's the way that like there's a desire through colonization to make everybody be straight for the sole purpose of giving their children to the state. Like that's the whole point of straightness. That's the whole point of engineering it. And I appreciate you, Sierra, for saying it's the messaging, because the messaging is very much like be straight, give us your kids. And for some of us, we were the kids that were taken. Like some of us have a history of like being like shuffled around. Like I wasn't going to from foster home to foster home for no reason. I was a new check for someone. Not the white demons, bitch. Honestly, the shootings, there have been so many shootings. I really don't want to talk about Mr. Charles Kirk, between me and you, I barely knew that he existed. And then when I seen that he had got shot, I was dying laughing because, bitch, it's the way. I don't know if anybody follows this person named Shaheem, but their name is Shaheem, but it's spelled with a five. And they're a black therapist who offers therapy services. And why the fuck I seen them post my op died. I'm offering 2-for-1 therapy services. So just PS to anybody out there who's looking for therapy offerings. There is a very hilarious black therapist who has a sale going on right now for therapy sessions. But they definitely like used Charlie Kirk's death to do a sale, which I thought was amazing. Like lowest of keys, like I really wish I would have been on top of it. Like I just posted my menu. And I really wish I would have been like my op died. We doing a sale. I'm so mad. I'm crying. And see, that's the thing too. It's like I seen somebody trying to make it seem like, hold on, bitch. I just remembered I was making breakfast. We about to get back on that. Um, but what I was saying was, the Charlie Kirk thing, seeing that he had been unalived really did nothing for me. But there was somebody, I am taking off my pants because y'all can't see me. But somebody said that he is going to be a martyr. And I'm actually terrified because again, it's the way that like white supremacy needs us to think something's happening to the white people. Nothing's happening to them. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be just fucking fine. But man, I'm like so worried. Like it's so sad to think about, but there are so many white people that really think like something's happening to them, and it's so tragic. It's so fucking tragic. But you know what though? Let me stay in my lane because there's also a lot of fellow mixed people and fellow light skinned people who think that there's something happening to us. Like I want to uplift some things that I've been seeing out here, just so people are aware of what's going on. But there was a conversation unfolding. Sometimes I'd be on this Reddit called Our Mixed People. And like I go on there to try to be a mixed elder who shares information that could be helpful to black people to be shared to non-black people. And so there were a bunch of mixed people who were making it seem like black people are mad that mixed people exist. It was very awkward, but basically, let me start from the beginning. So I want to say maybe like 3 years ago, there was a push called, what was it called? I can't remember the formal name of it, but basically there are a lot of black people who were talking about how, you know, if you don't have 8 black great grandparents, 4 black grandparents, 2 black parents, then you are not a black person. And I remember where I was when this convo started unfolding. I was on Clubhouse, so this is like in 2020. But the conversation like going off of Clubhouse and off of like the vocal apps to like YouTube mainstream, that happened a little bit later. But as I was saying, like there have been a lot of mixed people trying to figure out, you know, if we're still black. If black people hate us, it's very awkward, but there are a lot of mixed people who are worried about black people not liking us anymore. And again, I try to show up as a mixed person who is aware that most black people are not worried about mixed people, really, but they would like to not be erased and would want to, you know, not be harmed or gaslit. And unfortunately, a lot of us mixed people don't have anybody black around us who is consenting to share with us. And so that's another layer to this combo that I try to uplift to fellow mixed people, that like most black people aren't asked if anybody mixed can come to this event. We just show the fuck up. And then we'll make a scene or make a spectacle or make it seem like, oh, these black people are mad that I'm at this event. And it's like, well, did these black folks create an intentional event and you just crashed it? Like, there's ways to talk about what we do as mixed people so that we can be honest about why people are responding the way that they are. But unfortunately, a lot of us mixed people are deciding to choose whiteness and facilitate conversations that just make it seem like black people are being annoying. And it's awful because, again, the spirit of the conversation is giving like, oh, we're asking a question in good faith. But it's not really a question in good faith. The whole point of the conversation, in my humble opinion, is to make people look at black people like they're mean. And again, it's the ways that like a lot of mixed people are trying to figure out, seemingly, why anyone is mad at anyone, but the conversation is honestly coming on. Absolutely, we love Meryl Streep, and so there's just a weird conversation unfolding where a lot of us mixed people are choosing to think that there are black people who just don't like mixed people, and it's like, who said that? But also, why do we need to be liked? Why is that necessary? But again, I try to push back on folk, but sometimes they be getting mad, and it'd be awkward because, again, there's a desire for all mixed people in this chat to talk, but it's very clear that there's a desire to also be anti-black in this space. And again, it's the way that mixes many looks, many different types of mixes out there. So we don't know all who it is, but some of us mixed people, a lot of us actually have low racial self-worth. And that's what I hear the most. I hear people that don't know how to speak about themselves. And so they're spending their time talking about black people. Mean the fuck wow. Nobody black is in the space pushing back. And again, I'm trying to say stuff to these folk, but my people, like, we just very misguided because, again, a lot of mixed people is raised by a non-black person. It's unfortunate, but a lot of mixed people get left with the white parent. And then, and now that conversation about like black mother biracials, ooh. No, for I was hungry as hell. But no, that conversation is unfolding in this way that I want people to hold that, like, just like when biracials who have black fathers and white moms are being annoying and are moving in a weird way, like, this conversation is literally opening the door for like mixed people with black moms to do the same thing. And I know some people don't want to hear that. I know. But what I try to share with some other mixed people is that black folk are trying to figure out who is the bad mixed people. That's what's happening right now. That's how bad it is with mixed people. There are black folk trying to figure out, how do we figure out which one of y'all are not shitty or are least shitty? And I'm trying to explain to fellow mixed people, like, that's where we're at. Like, there are black folks trying to come up with like ways to figure out which one of us to trust. And unfortunately, like, black women are getting thrown under the bus like that, because that's what it feels like in the moment. I know some people don't want to think about it like that. I know. But I want you to consider the people that are aware that mixedness is many looks, that not just black women have biracial children. And also, now there's a lot of pressure being put seemingly on black women to have the right biracials. I just want folks to consider like what this conversation could lead to with biracials thinking, well, I have a black mom. What happens next? I want people to really start thinking about what they're really saying, because from where I'm standing, it's sounding like this is unfortunately a punishment towards black men who are raising the bad biracials, but they're not really raising them. Many people with black fathers don't have black fathers in the home. So making it seem like a present black mother means something, over a non-present black father, like I wish we would just take a moment and just consider what we're trying to say. And I get it that there is going to be a different type of standards for a black mother with a non-black child, but I don't think that that's the convo that anyone's trying to have. It sounds like people are trying to figure out which light skins to trust, high key. And again, I am a crackhead. Just so you know, don't get any ideas, bitch. I am just a yapper. I am unguided. I need mentorship. But I'm just gonna smoke some weed instead. But with all that being said, it's the ways that there are people that want to find out like who is a good mixed person, who are the good light skinned people, and none of us, like we're all like everyone is capable of being anti-black. Everyone, anyone. And because of that, it's important for us to hold the ways that the most marginalized people internalizing it should really be held more softly. And yet, we live in a world where if a black person is anti black, it's so easy to say, even though it would make sense. Like, again, I'm not trying to make it seem like anti-blackness is justifiable. What I'm trying to offer is people will really drag the shit out of a black person for being anti-black and really be a little softer on us non-black people. And again, this is just my observation. Again, I'm a crackhead. Right. And again, it's the ways that like when I see this conversation unfolding, I'm trying to hold that like there are just so many moments where us mixed people are awful that there of course are going to be people that try to figure out like who can we trust. Again, like it's the ways that like when we see white people, it's the way that a lot of us know like we probably can't trust you. And again, it's the way that that doesn't work the same way for black folks. It's the ways that some folks really do see a black person and automatically give trust. And again, I want to just hold that like that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do think though, unfortunately, like these corporations aren't stupid. And so they're paying attention. And so when they want to sell you something and they want the black dollar, they know who they gotta get. And so I say all that to say that I just hope that folks are considering anybody could be an op. Having a black mom sounds nice, sounds lovely, but that doesn't necessarily arm you. It cut me. But what I was trying to say was having a black mom sounds nice, sounds lovely, but that doesn't automatically absolve you from being anti-black. That doesn't automatically make you black with just one black parent. It also doesn't prepare you for anti-blackness, misogyny, war. Like again, it's the ways that like people really put a lot on black people, and I really hope that folks can see that sometimes people don't mean something as a flattery. They mean it as like a reaffirmation that you deserve to do more labor than anybody else. And so the desire to have black women be the one to carry these biracials and steward them into the earth correctly is insane. Very insane conversation, but it's the way it's being framed. People are really taking it seriously, and it's really disturbing me. And I'm not saying that because I have a white passing mom. I'm saying it because there are people that consider me a black person. If I had a child with a white man, somebody might think I was that biracial's black mom. So now she's cool. And again, it's the ways that people think people are cool because of melanin. And it's frustrating because I want us to consider that people can be marginalized because of melanin. We can know some history of melanated people, but that's an individual. And I want us to hold that we don't know all black people, that you, as a black person, how could we know you? That would be wild, right? Wouldn't it be wild if we thought we knew you? But again, that's the way white supremacy operates. It really does force like many people who, again, look phenotypically a certain way to perform and behave a particular way. And so again, it's the ways that some conversations around like who is a good person, who is like, because again, I've heard so many things about white mother biracials. And it's funny to me because again, it's the way that like I'm never gonna play with anybody. Like having a white woman near me, like as a child, like it was dangerous. Absolutely, I'm not gonna play. I feel like I've told you so many stories. You get it. But I also feel like when we talk about like white mom biracials, what's not being uplifted is that there is a like even if the black man is present, it's very much important for us to consider that like that union connection, like we don't know those people. Like a black man and a white woman can get together and we still don't know who they are. Again, we can hold that they may use their privileges in a particular way, but we don't know them. Donna Briggs, they sound familiar. They sound very familiar. Meryl Streep are not wrong, which is another reason why I'm like trying to be more candid about like my thought process and like things that I be seeing out here. Because again, I feel like I try. I feel like I try to read everywhere for news, but you can't really trust everywhere, unfortunately. I feel like I focus on like firsthand accounts, people telling me what happened to them, people telling the audience what happened to them, people doing research and citing sources. Like that's where I try to get my information from. But when it comes down to like mixed folks, like I feel like I have to go to Reddit. I have to go to a place where like fellow mixed people feel safe to like really unload. And again, it's the way that so many of them are like worried. So many of us are worried about like black folks being upset with us, and it's a bizarre moment to witness online because it's really painting this picture of like black folks like being like the school marm, the fucking principal of the internet. And it's very bizarre because again, it's the way that a lot of us don't consider like some things that we assert about black folk or about blackness, like that's our projection. That is what we've heard and we're putting it out there. Like I'm really trying to get folks to hold that like we don't know anybody. Like we can see people's skin tone, but we don't know them. Like we can see a lot of things, but we don't know them. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, it sounds traumatizing. But again, I think like when people bleach, a lot of times they're kind of telling us that like they're trying to assimilate, they're trying to get that benefit from whiteness, but also I feel like again as a lighter skinned person, I don't want to ever make it seem like I know what that's like to be experiencing that. But I will hold that like there are moments where I remember like people talking about how dark my neck was and people talking about like the hyperpigmentation on my cheeks and just the ways that like I'm a I'm obviously a light skinned person, but I have like dark kneecaps and like like scars on my legs from like just being a rough and tumble bitch. And the ways that like people will tell me like you should lighten this, like you should. And all my life as a kid, like, or all my childhood, like my mom telling me, like, put Noxzema on your neck. I'm not trying to make it seem like that's the same as like telling a child to bleach, but there was this idea that the Noxzema was going to lighten my neck. It was going to lighten me, right? And again, it's the way I would rub it all over my body because I just wanted to like not have anyone look at me and tell me that I need to get rid of something. Like with my neck looking like this, I don't really feel that self-conscious about it. I never really felt like damn my neck. Like I remember wearing chokers for a little bit and feeling crazy. But I'll say that like for the most part I really don't think about my neck, but it's the way that like as a kid my mom was. And like again, it's the way that like some of your insecurities like I'm sure come from like people telling you some shit that you wouldn't even think about. But it's the way that like my mom tried to give me a complex about my neck and it didn't work. She tried to give me a complex about being fat, that didn't work. Like again, it's the way my mom thought bullying was gonna be like better than parenting. And it's the way that I became like a fat activist on the internet. LOL. After my mom wanted me to like be not fat like her, and it's very obvious in retrospect that my mom has an eating disorder, and just the way that she eats, and I think about it, like the way she would cook a meal for the family and eat like crackers and tuna fish. And I'm like, how is that a meal? And now I eat crackers and tuna fish sometimes, or chips and tuna fish, honestly, because again, it's just like an easy way to get some protein very quickly. But again, like it's the ways that like your mom is like looking at you and giving you creams. Like I just feel like I don't know about y'all, but like as a kid, I never asked my mom to buy me any like face wash or like I never did any of that. Like I would like low key steal my mom's Avon and steal her clay mask and shit like that. But it's the way that I just think about like when you're a poor kid, like you don't have like that normal like asking for shit. Like when I see little kids ask for stuff, I feel like I'm happy for them, but it's just like such a foreign concept because I just knew like at some point my mom was like, "We're poor. Stop asking me for shit." And so it's like I just didn't ask for stuff. And again, it's the ways that like even now, like when I ask for stuff, I feel so much guilt because it's like I haven't had a lot of practice. Like, kind of grew up being told like we're poor, so whatever I can do, you're gonna get that. And again, just the ways that like before my mom met this dude that like was, part of destroying my family. I just think about how like having kids, like it really didn't make her life better. And I say that as obviously one of her children, but it's just like it really, like I honestly, she could have swallowed us. You got McDonald's money for real. What up, Trilly? I hope you're doing well. Crackers and tuna fish. I'm crying. I just feel like it's like don't get me wrong, with a little egg in there, bitch. A little egg with a good chip, a good Cape Cod chip, and some tuna salad. Yes, like Loki, I want to make my own relish, bitch. Like that's where I'm at with the tuna salad. I want to see what my own relish would do. But like I said, I feel like I just been talking shit this whole motherfucking time. I'm glad though, because I had a lot of stuff to say. Just thank y'all for hearing me for real, for real. Like, just thank y'all for hearing me. Also, before I like for real dip, bringing up that person that was bleaching, I just want us to hold that like there are gonna be people who bleach. There are gonna be people that like that get a body surge and get a bunch of skin cut off them and look like a completely different person. Like, there's going to be so many things that people do to assimilate and also to affirm. Like, I feel like that's the thing about it. It's two things at once. Like when people get their nose done and they change their nose shape, like it's not just assimilation, it's also affirmation. And I wish that we would hold that at the same time. That like as much as we can see people's actions and only see them in one way, that there could be another story. Like I think about the conversation around wigs and weave going on right now, and there's so many people making it seem like wearing a wig or a weave is a personal failure. And as much as I love wearing my natural hair out now, I didn't always, and I wish people would back the fuck off people for doing something that allows them to hide something that they may not feel comfortable with. I think that just like when people wear girdles, spanks, and all different types of things, I think of them as accessories. I think of them as um, accommodations. Like when I put a wig on, I make more money. Like it's sick. It's really sick, but it's true. People are less disrespectful to me. People are way more adoring of me when I wear a wig. It is night and fucking day. Like me wearing my natural hair versus me wearing a fucking wig, you would really think it was two different bitches. Like you would really think it's two different bitches. And on top of that, the treatment that the wig bitch gets. And again, to be at a point in a relationship where I don't feel like I gotta wear a wig ever, and knowing in the past I was worried about taking the wig off. Like being in a relationship, so worried about him knowing, you know, bitch, we out here free. I'm gonna tell you, I feel like the main thing that helped me is the fly traps, and I'm keeping them up because I did see one. I've seen one today. All day I've seen one bitch. So I'm literally just trying to hope that the fly trap get these hoes. But I'm telling you, whatever the fuck you're doing with the fucking the apple cider vinegar and all that shit, great. Covering the drains, great. But get you a trap. Cause if I feel like the trap really handled a lot. Like I'm actually like low key when the trap started getting full, I started wanting to throw up. Cause I didn't realize how bad it was. Like I thought we had an infestation for sure. But the amount on these traps is actually terrifying because it's like, damn, where were y'all living? Like, I really am like disturbed. But it seems like, knock on motherfucking wood, that last one might have got while I was talking to y'all, and we might be good. But if you're able to get a fly trap, I feel like the sticky traps, best ones. There's like a little trap. It looks like a little apple, and you're supposed to put an apple cider vinegar in it, and then they fall up in there. Between me and you, I seen a maggot coming out of the fucking apple, that the fly trap with the fucking apple cider vinegar. So between me and you, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I feel like the apple cider vinegar trap, not good. I feel like any trap that feeds them, no. When people talk about doing the vinegar and the soap, those never work for me. Like they work in terms of like they'll catch a couple, but like they're not the glue traps. Like, bruh, the glue traps really saved our life. Also, we stopped using a trash can. We started putting all of the wet food in a Ziploc bag. And then whenever we were filling up that Ziploc bag, we'd put it in like another trash bag, like a little shopping bag, tie it up and put it in a bigger bag. But we stopped using our trash can because like I tried to use it the other day. Bitch, I swear. And then also I feel like my eyes playing tricks on me, bitch. I feel like every now and then I think I'll see one. Um right. Truly, I appreciate you for even breaking silence and being candid. Because again, it's like it's such an awkward conversation. No, I definitely have fly trauma. Like I definitely be thinking I see these hoes all the time, bitch. It makes me sick. But no, when you have a wig or a weave, like bitch, it's the way that like I really want to put some fucking Marley twist in. But then I'm like, damn, like if I do Marley twist, that means for 3 months I'm gonna like not be able to wear a wig. And the Marley twist, like I'm gonna look cute, but I'm gonna look different than like how my clients perceive me. Like I got this one sugar daddy right now, bitch. Oh my god, like whoa, like I'm not gonna do too much, but I'm just gonna say that like he thinks my wig is real, and I wish I had the strength to bring this wig over here. But the way she is laying, like the way that bitch, first of all, it's the way I threw her, and she is laying between two chairs, looking so dead. Like it looks like I really abused her. Someone should call the cops because like the way that I got this wig sitting, the way this wig has been harangued, bitch. I don't even use the word harangue, but it's a harangue. And so yeah, that wig was dead, but he was like really looking at me in the camera, like gagging. Meanwhile, the wig is like anime hair. Like this shit, like it don't move. It don't move. And he's like gagging for this wig, and I have to like pretend like I have to like be like, thank you. This is my hair. And meanwhile, it's like as I've already offered, it's a burnt offering. And so, yeah, no, this wig is, and then the worst part is I got her sister sitting behind her. They both look crazy. Like it's really insane. Like I'm so glad that I'm not gonna show you this. I'm not showing you this. I can't show you this. I cannot show you this. I might take a picture for Instagram just so people can see like how I treat these wigs. But I don't know. I'm not trying to go to jail tonight. I don't have bail, and these wigs look. Oh well. But yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about these wigs, but I do have them to get money. Bitch, it's the way before. Oh, I made some scrambled cheesy eggs and some crispy potatoes. A little breakfast plate. I got some bacon on there, but low key the bacon got fucked up in the oven. It's like, you know, when you go to that diner that don't really know how to do bacon good, but it's gonna be okay. That's what it's giving. Like no crunch, no crisp. It's like jerky a little bit of jerky bacon. Now you gotta put me first. You're funny as fuck. I'm not spellbound, bitch. I love you so much. Adorning your head or hair is a cultural. Right. Adorning your head is really important. Listen, all I know is that bacon don't owe me nothing, and I know I'm gonna finish this plate and eat it like a monster when I get up off here. But as I was saying about the wig situation, it's just the way that like men love a wig. Men love a wig. Like, don't let them lie to you, bitch. They love wigs. They do. But I don't know. I'm just Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave, bitch. That's all I got. It's really crazy that you could put on a hat made of hair. And people will think all types of shit about you. They'll think you hate your hair. They'll think that you want to be white. Like, it's just wild the ways that people think about people who put on wigs. Meanwhile, a wig got me a couple $100, bitch. Wig got me fucking shit. Y'all just remind me I gotta pay this motherfucking this internet bill, bitch. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, bitch. It's the way I keep on trying to have a savings account. I swear, as soon as I put something up in there, bitch, I remember a bill. Not the white refrigerator, bitch. You stay. Just thank you for making me laugh, bitch. Honestly, I needed that so badly. Bitch. But yeah, I feel like I named this video taking a break because I gotta finish making my menu. I feel like I did a good job with the menu this week. I feel like a lot of the menus came out really cute. I also just for this is my shilling my business portion of the video. So if you have to take a shit or go get some water, please feel free. I'm just gonna be talking about financial things. But yeah, no, I want to say like one thing about my business that I've noticed over the past few years is that I do not sell a lot of flour. People typically are like I feel like the top three things that move is pre-rolls, gummies, and carts. Those three are the main things that move. I feel like actual flour, and I feel like the last like month or so, like it's been more shake than flour, which no shade. That's cute as hell. Did you have fun? Did he take you to get some pizza? Or some spaghetti, some mortadella. I feel like I'm being shady, but real talk, Italian food good as hell. Right. That part. That fucking part. Honestly, I feel like the way that these like wigs and weaves are constructed, I just wish that there was more conversation about Brazilian wool too. Cause like I feel like somebody said it was itchy, but I'm so intrigued. Cause it almost looks like Marley hair. I think I'm gonna buy something to play around. I'm not sure. Not they took you for pizza. Ooh, not hypersexual. Yup. I'm sorry to hear that. Genuinely, not Italian man. I don't think. Yeah, I had like a bestie who was Italian, but he was wild. Damn, he's the one that I made the video The Feet about. That was my one Italian friend. He had a cousin named Sal Privatera, and they was rich ass Italian people. Like they was the kind of rich that like they would have like galas and shit at their house, and like I would just randomly show up at their house to play video games, and there would just be like fucking nice ass cars outside and shit, and like they was really entertaining, and their son was like a nerdy dude, and I feel like it was very much like you could tell like the parents was like popular people. Like you could tell they was very much like outgoing and shit, and their son was very much like, I'm gonna just kick it in the house with my friends. It's not gonna be that deep. But I'm crying. Not the Jersey Shore. Oh shit. Oh damn. But word, live life. Live life. I'm gonna go back to my point though. So I don't really move flour that much. I feel like people really don't care like that. Like I feel like I have a couple clients that like are pretty consistent. But for the most part, flour does not move. It's mostly pre-rolls, gummies, and vapes. And so I decided to refresh the flour menu because I just feel like if it's already not moving as it is, I can have fun, see what works. So basically, I refreshed the flour, and my thought process when doing it was the flour that I was sourcing was the lowest quality I felt comfortable sourcing for people looking for buds. Mainly because I don't smoke buds that often. If I do smoke buds, they're usually smalls. And when I say smalls, I mean they look like this. They're buds that are tiny. They're not buds that are big. They're buds that are on the lower part of the plant. And so, for the most part, those are pretty much way cheaper. Like, I want to say there's like a $20 difference between that, the lowest tier that I was putting on, and the new lower tier. And the only difference is the tier I was gathering, they had a mix of big buds and little buds. And so that way whenever anybody ordered, I would just give the clients the bigger buds. But these are just all small buds. And so my thought process was to do it for under 10 a G so that like the people that are out there doing 10 a G or doing the 3.5 for like $40, like I was trying to compete with those people because again, I do not expect flour to move at this point in career. It's been 5 years and flour has really stopped moving as much. Most people are looking for edibles and vapes. They're trying to be more discreet. Like smoking has become more taboo again. Like there was a moment where smoking was like becoming more normal, but now I feel like it's like turning around when people are like, you smoke? And they don't want to smell like smoke, which I get. So what I was just describing was smalls. And so smalls are the step above shake. So shake is just weed that like if you smoke pre-rolls, that's what shake is. Pre-rolls are made out of shake, usually. It's rare that you're getting a pre-roll made out of ground flour. And if you are, it's usually gonna cost you at least $10 to get a pre-roll that's like nice quality flour and it's being put inside of a roll. So just keep that in mind. If you're a pre-roll smoker, now I also want to put an asterisk. There's a difference between shake and trim. Trim is not shake, but shake can have trim in it, if that makes sense. And so when you're dealing with weed, there's going to be little particles, just like you can see in this bag. There's little particles on the bottom of the bag. That is shake. Shake is what falls off of buds. Trim is what falls off of the plant and the extra shit and some shake, if that makes sense. Like trim is mostly not shake, whereas shake is mostly not trim. I hope that's making sense. But whenever you cut weed up, you can or rather, whenever you harvest weed, there will be little leaves called fan leaves, and those are leaves that kind of like pop out. Like whenever you look at like a photo of someone growing weed, you'll notice that there's buds and then there's like little leaves that poke out in between the buds. Those are fan leaves. They do have low levels of THC. It's not the most potent, of course not, but it's definitely not going to hurt to be in the bag. Now, if someone's selling you trim, they're not selling you shake. Trim means that there's probably sticks in there and stems. There's probably big ass leaf pieces that are not THC. And so that bag of trim, I'd probably use it to make a concentrate. I'd probably cook it down into some oil and make a tincture. I probably wouldn't use trim outside of cooking. Shake, versatile. You can use shake for cooking and smoking. You can do anything with shake that you would do a regular flower. But when you buy smalls, you're basically deciding that you want to smoke weed more than you want to show people that you smoke weed. Whereas when you buy baby buds, smalls, I feel like they can be interchangeable, but I do feel like at this level of weed, there's like trim, shake, smalls, baby buds, and then nuggets. And you can go higher. You can go to exotics after nuggets. Like exotics means that it's not just big nugs. It's also like greasy with trichomes. Like it's like the plant was harvested probably a lot sooner, more recently. So there's definitely layers. Not as 9 a.m. I forgot you on the other side of the world. How you doing? That flower is power. And so, like I was saying, like on the flower menu, instead of doing baby buds for the lower tier, I'm now doing popcorn nuggets or smalls rather, for the 4 grams for 30. I want to say ounces of the smalls is 150. And this week we're doing 2 for 2. I want to say 1 ounce is 150, 2 ounces is 225. I believe. It might be 250 though. It might be 250. But we're also trying to do a promotion where like if you buy 3 ounces, and it doesn't even have to be all at once, like over time it's fine. But for every 3 ounces, you get that fourth one free. And so that's how we're gonna try to do it moving forward, is try to just be like every fourth ounce, like just throw it to the customer. Cause again, I'm definitely trying to I'm trying to get the flower to move because it's really not moving. But I'm grateful that, like, I'm getting so much feedback. So many people are feeling comfortable to talk about what their weed experiences were. Because again, I've definitely been trying to like upgrade the flower and just make it more affordable. Like I want good quality, but I also want it to be affordable. I don't ever want to be like I want to get clients that are bougie, sure, but like my bougie clients like will have to hold that like they are bougie. I'm not. Like, and I don't feel no way about that. Being the every working collar, the working bitches way, you know what I mean? The working bitches dispensary, like my thought process is it's expensive out here and I hated having to call a dude to get weed because it was always weird. I feel like if the dude came to you, it was less weird. But it would be weird. Like motherfuckers used to throw, like, bitch, can I just tell y'all a weed tale? Motherfuckers used to throw the weed in a cigarette container out the window and you would have to catch it. Like you would have to catch the weed in a cigarette box and he would just drive off. Like you handed him the weed. You handed him the money, but he would throw the weed. Are the feds behind me, bitch? Why are you acting like this? Like, I just feel like the pull-ups were like they were annoying, but I feel like going to like the weed layer, I hated that shit. That's another reason why I do what I do. I used to hate having to go to this man house because one of my plugs, this motherfucker was on some, I don't even know, bitch. Like he was a white dude who was like Willy Wonka. Like he was growing everything, bitch. He was growing everything that could get grown. And he had a cool energy or whatever, but he would just, I could just tell he wanted to fuck, and I could tell he was giving me a great deal because he thought one day he was gonna get some pussy. It was awkward, and then bitch, I lost my account. He thought I ran off on him, bitch. That shit was funny as hell. Um, Not what you're doing. Not go outside in the car. And see, fuck all that. It's just too much out here, bitch. And then on top of it, if you didn't have a scale, bitch, bitch, I just wasn't weighing my shit in the beginning at all. I didn't even think about it. Probably got finessed so bad, bitch. Now, and you know what's funny? Now I still don't weigh my shit. But I did get some old ass weed from this one motherfucker. I was mad as hell about that shit. That shit was fucking ugly. It was depressing. Yo, you have a good day too, beauty. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, no, like again, like the weed, mushroom, all that shit is like so insane. And so I'm trying my best to like do my best. But I've definitely fucked up. I've definitely had some mistakes along the way. I've definitely done some things that I wouldn't do again. But I'm learning and I'm grateful for everyone that stuck by me while I'm trying to learn this shit. But I did want to say that pre-rolls are on sale this week. We're doing 2 for 10, 5 for 20, bitch. I want to say, yeah, 5 for 20. And then I want to say it's like 20 for 75. But yeah, 5 for 20 pre-rolls or 20 for 75 this week. We just caught a good sale, bitch. Honestly, like the sale sexy as fuck. So low key, if you want to do more, I might be able to even give you a better deal on more than 20, bitch, honestly. But that's only if you're interested. I'm trying to think. I feel like also the small gummies are on sale. Not like they were. They were buy one get one last week, but nobody really hit me, which was crazy. I was surprised. I was like, damn. I really thought, but again, like it's a wild time out here, so people are really shopping in bulk. So who knows? But I know that the gummies this week are 3 for 25, 6 for 40, 12 for 75. Yeah. And I wanna say 24 for 130. So we got a couple little deals going on. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, I bet you I could post this shit on my green screen. We got some new carts this week in terms of like disposables. I've been trying to get these mittens to move. I feel like the dispo's been doing okay, but I just wanted to get people excited again about disposables because again, the ones I have, the ones that I had, I feel like people were like, whatever, bitch. Hold on, let me zoom out. Okay, they're called Jeter All-in-One Diamond Vapes. If you are not a concentrate person, you will not give one fuck about these, I promise you. But if you do like a concentrate, if you do like concentrates, this is her. This is she. Award winning. People love her. Also got Mary's patches back on here. These are for the girlies that don't smoke weed because that shit scares you. If you need some topical relief, please reach out. Basically, what the patch does is it allows you to put, pain directly or pain relief directly on the spot. And so let's say like you're having like a throat issue, but like it's beyond honey, it's beyond tea, it's beyond smoking. You can't smoke, being able to put a patch directly on your throat near your larynx, like just being able to put it, on the back of your neck if you're having a lot of like headaches, being able to put it directly on your head. Those are things that are possible with this technology. And so I just want to put that out there that the Mary's patches are back. Also, we got some more bad bitches in here. Hold on, let me show you this bad bitch that we got. Bro, we got soda back. We got soda back. We got the sodas. They're 100 milligrams a piece though, so PS on that. If you do drink one, I really hope you have a friend. I hope you have a buddy. I hope you stay your ass in the house. Hope you sit your ass down. We do have 10 milligram available, but I'm gonna have to get back to you on prices because I feel like I usually only have the bulk buyers, So I was prioritizing the bulk buy. Let's work. Hey, baby Jeters are back. My bad for it being sideways. Also, the one on the bottom is Durban poison. If you've never seen a baby jeter in your life, you are not missing out on much unless you like infused pre rolls. If you don't know what the fucking infused pre roll is, it's this. It is a pre roll that has wax in it, and just like when I showed you that concentrate, just like when I showed you this, the diamonds, yeah, that's what's in baby jeters. So there's diamonds inside of the baby jeters, and so they are very, very potent. They're not a game. I would not try if you're a newbie. I would sit your ass down, high key. I mean that with love. Okay, then we got the Petramints. These are weed mints. They're 0.25 each. I feel like these are important to me because I know that a lot of people are trying to stop smoking weed. I know some people are realizing that weed withdrawals are a thing. I'm sorry that that's happening to you. For the people that are not in the know, when you smoke weed, you are usually taking in THC. THC is the addictive cannabinoid in marijuana. Unfortunately, for most of us, we are given a joint and kind of just let loose. And so, one conversation I had today led me to kind of like promoting more of these mints. I have a couple of different flavors on the menu, and I'm hoping folks hold that like they're 2.5 milligrams, and so they're very small. They're very tiny. There's many different flavors. This is a terrible menu. I'm sorry for playing you like that. But as I was saying, like these have CBD, CBN, CBG. And as I was saying, most of us get a joint and people are like, get high with us. And so you smoke the joint and you take in a bunch of THC, which is psychoactive. There's also terpenes in it. Like not just THC is happening to you, but mostly THC is happening to you. And so you start to get addicted to the THC. Whereas the CBD, the CBG, the CBN, those are non-addictive compounds or non-addictive cannabinoids that are at times present when there is THC, but not always. And so there's a strain on the menu this week called Jelly Glue or CBD Lily. And this strain is a high CBD strain. And because it's so high CBD, it actually can make you fall asleep. And that's because CBD kind of operates in this way like a anti-anxiety med, kind of like an Ambien. Like a mix between Ambien and anti-anxiety, like an Ambien Adderall, like a Amberol, you know? And for some people, the CBD hits, perfectly. It allows them to regulate their sleep and their energy. But a lot of THC based weed or products or whatever, they don't really prioritize the CBD, CBG, CBN because the THC is going to get that person to come back. For us, like recreational users, like if you smoke a lot of weed, you consider yourself a stoner. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like until you're making the hard switch from only THC to switching it up, you might not notice too much. I feel like it's gonna take a heavy stoner a while before they realize like how much THC is in their system or how much they need. Which brings us back to this conversation. These mints are 2.5 milligrams. Most joints, if you like suck on it and don't move it, you're maybe getting 10 milligrams high key. Like you have to like smoke pure THC, pure weed, and like smoke it all the way down and never go like never let it burn. Like you would need to smoke the entire thing to get 10 milligrams, right? And so I want people who smoke blunts to consider like you're maybe getting 20 milligrams, maybe. And so 2.5 milligrams as an edible is not going to absorb the same way as smoking and inhaling 10 milligrams. It's not going to be the same. And so one thing that's helpful is that when you start with the mints, you're able to figure out how much THC you really fucking need. Because some people, like myself, you already saw, I don't smoke that much THC. And so between me and you, I feel like my tolerance for weed is probably a lot lower, probably a lot lower than people would think. But for tobacco, much higher. And so with that being said, because of the ratios, because of how much I love that spicy snap of the tobacco, I know that when I take edibles, they hit me like shit. Because when I smoke, I'm not really smoking in that much THC. I'm smoking in much less than most people who smoke a joint. And so when I eat these edibles, they hit me very hard because I'm not taking just pure THC in. For people who smoke blunts, these might not help you until you're closer to like until you leave blunts and go to like bowls. Like when you start smoking out of glass, these are going to help you kind of like taper off on that. But I feel like if you're a big blower, if you smoke dabs a lot, these ones aren't going to be, they're not going to call your name or really hit for you probably until you get to the stage where you're doing like maybe a bowl a day or some shit. Then these will really have you realizing I only need 5 milligrams of weed a day, one in the morning and one in the middle of the afternoon, maybe right before dinner. Like you're gonna start to realize like when you really need like your meds, and then you're gonna also start to notice when the edible synthesizes, like how long it takes before you feel that edible. Whereas when you smoke, some people feel like it hits them instantly. Some strains I think we know are creepers. And so with that being said, smoking weed is probably one of the most unreliable ways to get weed. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's really not. The most reliable way is either through your skin, your stomach acid, your belly button. Like there's just so many better ways than smoking. But again, I know I smoke a lot of weed, so I'm trying to be mindful of the fact that I'm saying that, but this is what I prefer to do. It's a ritual at this point more than anything, but I love eating gummies. I'm a big gummy fan. I also love RSO. I talk about it a lot. Those things matter to me, and I like that you can also smoke the RSO. I like that I can make the RSO into a salve and put it in my hair. I feel like my hair feels so bomb because I've been using weed products in it. And again, these are things that I didn't know I could do. And how many shea butter products have CBD in them and fucking THC? Very few. And so again, there's ways for you to really make things on your own, really get creative and see what works for you. Like for all we know, you're one of the next weed entrepreneurs. Like I would really love to see some people get into making more topicals for weed with weed because I know that the salve I made, like before I leave this house, I'm gonna make another big one. Like I actually want to try making RSO on my own. I'm slightly scared just because it involves a little bit of pyrotechnics, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna update y'all. We might do it together. Um, I'm crying at the Keith being died for locos. Y'all are sweet. Yeah, no, and they be having the Thule on the seat. Hear me out though. You can put weed oil directly on a Ricola. That's my favorite thing. But again, I've been so sick that I couldn't smoke, and I feel like I'm talking to those people, the people who are like, you're so sick, like smoking would be insane. Having edibles, having topicals, like again, being able to put something on your body and letting your body absorb it and do that work, amazing. Because again, when you're sick as shit and you try to roll up, like I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about, like just being down bad and like throat's fucked up, can't even smell, can't even taste, and you're trying to smoke. Shit don't even feel fun. I just hope people know that there's alternatives, and I'm telling you about them because I have the answers. Not all of them, of course, but some of them. Some of them I definitely do. And I feel like that's, part of my passion here. Like I feel like I know I started doing this shit in a van while I was homeless, so it don't really seem like a bitch really care. Maybe, but I actually really fucking do. And I want to be a resource so that if people want to do drugs, they can actually like consider like all the ways that they could do them differently. They don't have to do what they might have been told. Um, ooh. I wanted to tell y'all some really amazing news. This week we finally got more people to process capsules. This has been one of the hardest things is finding people that actually want to work with the mushroom capsule machine. And that's mainly because when you do it, you have to wear a mask, but it doesn't really matter because like you can wear anything you want, but that dust is gonna hit you. So it's hard to find people that want to get dosed while at work, but we found people. So we can finally make capsules out of any strain. And yes, they come in lovely gold. You don't have to have a gold capsule though. You can get them in regular clear if you don't trust that shit. But we do have gold mushroom capsules now, and every strain can be capsuled. You just need to wait 3 days for it to be processed. And we now have zero point 0.5 capsules. So now you can do 0.5s or 0.25s, not just 0.25s, which is really exciting. Also, someone who is a friend of the shop gifted the shop hella fucking stickers, like so many stickers that for like probably the rest of the year, I'm going to be obnoxiously putting stickers in people's packages. So if you got a package this week, you probably saw stickers. And we do have some that are Pokemon. So just PS on that. If you prefer more Pokemon than mushrooms, let us know. But it's mostly just mushrooms and Pokemon. I'm not mad at all. Just thank you, Jerry, for hooking it up. I was not expecting to see that many fucking stickers come to my home. Very, very interesting. But I'm grateful as fuck because people really love free stuff. People love free stickers, man. Believe it or fucking not. Um, Ooh, I'm gonna say this here just because I can, and I know it's zoomed in, so you can't really see too much shit. But this is weed. I know some people might be like, "What the fuck?" This is what happens when you harvest weed and you press it with heat, like in between like parchment paper. It leaks. Things come out of weed if you harvest it and press it. And so I am trying to get my infused menu together. I feel like for the most part, like no one really cares about infused. I've maybe had two clients, no, three now. But this is what it looks like. It's called live resin. Basically, you can use it to infuse something. You can use it to do a dab. For the most part, I'm not a big user. Dane uses it daily. Dane is a big dabber. I usually just like dip my papers in it, and that makes me happy. Um, Let me see. I feel like I might be done. I feel like I might be done. Oh, I feel like the last thing. The last thing. Mushroom honey is probably gonna be on sale this week. Ooh, I'm I'm actually in the middle of making a jar for someone. I had already like wrapped it up, but like they gave me more time with it, and I just feel like I wanted to do something special. I feel like I don't know, I know the client really wants to they want more movement and antidepressant, and so there was a part of me that was thinking about adding some RSO oil to the jar, but I'm gonna reach out to the client and see if she's interested. Just because I know that they're not the biggest, like I know they don't smoke, but I wonder if they'd be interested. Only because I remember one time I made a mushroom candy bar with RSO, and the person who took it said it was so fucking healing. They said it was like anti-pain. They said it was like really good for brain fog. And so there's a part of me that's wondering if they'd be interested. As I said, I'm gonna check in with them, but the mushroom that they wanted is one called Shakti, and this mushroom has a lot of vitamin D3. And so for anybody who has chronic pain or like intense depression to the point where it hurts, like your body hurts, this is a strain that may help you get out the house, move your body more, enjoy movement. Like you just may find that this strain allows you to kind of get up and go in a way that others don't. And I know in the past that I had a strain very similar called Colorado, and it was so good for like just like getting that the motor capacity to like move your body and like start your day. And so people were telling me that they were using it instead of coffee. They said it was like replacing green tea for them. And unfortunately, I left Denver, so I wasn't able to keep on getting it. But I think I found one that like may be like maybe a relative or maybe just, happen to be another strain that just mimics it. But this strain called Shakti, holy shit. It is part of like the Malabar strain or the Malabar species. And I've only had, I want to say Pesh, and I've also had albino Malabar. I've had a couple, I've had a couple of like their parents and their siblings. And one thing that I know from this strain is that it makes me feel like hypermobile. Like I think for people that like to move your body but just haven't been, this one will be exciting. But for people that are like more couch potato, more in the house, this might be a good one to microdose. But as I was saying, like I be making honey jars. I feel like for the most part, there's no like I feel like I try to customize them as much as possible. Like some people want them to have like little bits of mushroom in there, like the top jar. Like people were telling me they were like, I want to stick my finger in there, and sometimes I'll get like a piece of a mushroom. Some people say they want a smooth jar. They don't want it to be any bits and pieces. They want to, get the same dose every time. And that's fine. Some people want a more random, chaotic jar, and some people may be interested in things like, crushed up Oreos or something in their jar. You really never know. I don't say no usually. Like, if people are interested in something, I'm usually down to experiment. I feel like the most fun I've had making a jar is I made someone a jar and I was using like vanilla bean paste, and they had asked me to add some, I want to say vegan white chocolate, which was really exciting. Like I really didn't think about like what it would look like to like put white chocolate and honey together, but it was really beautiful. And I kind of didn't mix it all the way. I kind of left a swirl in it. About Tanti's laboratory, bitch. You're funny as hell. I feel you on smoke in your lungs. I hear that. Y'all are adorable as hell talking about these Ricola. Listen, just know that like it's my pleasure. I love doing this work. It is so exciting. I just can't believe that I get to like be like someone told me that I was their favorite shaman, and I was dying because I was like, bitch, I don't know that I'm a shaman, but like I think that I'm invested in healing, but I feel like if I can't heal myself, like or if I'm not healing myself, I don't know why I wouldn't share with the collective. Again, I feel like some of y'all may have not been here from the beginning of this journey, but I became homeless and was living in a van, and this is how my business started. I literally was like sleeping in a car and was looking at a bag of mushrooms that someone had gifted me for me. And I was like, maybe if I take pictures of these, people will care. Maybe this will mean something. Maybe this will matter. And it did. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that anybody trusted me and cared. But again, I hope folks don't forget that like you're not different from me in that respect. Like there are things that if you shared with us, like we'd share it. And it's unfortunate that we all don't think like that, but not all of us have had that experience to know that for a fact. But I'm at a point in my journey where I think it's important to tell anybody who will listen, if you have something to share, please don't hold back, because there have been moments where I wasn't sure if I should say stuff, and when I did, things changed for the best, and not even just for the best, for the better. And I'm just hoping folks hold that like I'm not special. I'm just a random bitch on the internet who happened to be online and happened to share some things that were vulnerable, but and made people uncomfortable, made people think deeper. But that's not all, Like nobody's one thing, nobody's one experience, nobody's one action. So I just hope people remember like you're not too broke, you're not a burden, you're not annoying. Like people do want to hear what you have to say, even if you don't believe that right now. I hope that you allow yourself to believe that, even if you think at first it's delusional. Even if at first you think you're lying to yourself, I hope you know, like, there's just so many of us on here creating, and it's so beautiful to see, like, so many ages, like, just being. But anyways, I just appreciate folks are listening to me. But I know that if folks didn't listen to me, I mean, I don't have to answer that. So, but I'm just gonna say this: I was heard, I was shared with, and that is why I'm here, and that's why I'm still here, and that's why I'm still sharing, because I know that, like, just someone seeing you and deciding that they're gonna tell anyone about you, deciding that they're going to uplift what you did, like, those things are not promised. Like, nobody told me that if I got homeless and was sleeping in a van, it was gonna be okay. Nobody said that. Nobody thought that. But it's at this point that I realize that, like, there's, a lack of empathy being supported, being fostered, and it's not a failure. You're not failing, you're not behind, you're not crazy, you're not mean. You're probably just trying to protect yourself from getting burnt the fuck out. You probably got a GoFundMe to make, a flyer to make, and I just hope you know, like, if any of y'all ever hit me up and ask me to share your flyer, you don't even have to ask. You can just send it to me. You don't even have to tell me nothing. You can just send a pineapple emoji if you feel like you gotta say something. Just send the pineapple emoji and just go. Cause again, I know what it's like to have a flyer and motherfuckers don't give a shit about it. I also know what it's like to have a flyer and people give a lot of a shit about it, which makes it so jarring when people don't care. Because it's like, why did y'all care then? But again, it's the ways that it's hard to know who really saw the story, who really saw the post. It could say such and such viewed it. But then I think about moments where, like, it probably says I viewed this video, but it was just on my screen. So just keep that in mind. Like, when you think all is lost, I hope y'all consider, like, what would love do? And I know that might sound like really whatever, but real talk, like, if you were embodying love, like, what would happen next? Like, that thought process, I actually got it from, like, looking at, like, the degrees earlier. I'll post that link down here too, because every day, bitch, the sun, the sky, it moves and the degrees change and certain things happen. And today was one of those days, or yesterday was one of those days where clarity hit, good clarity. And it hit kind of late because at first I was doing a lot of shit. I wasn't doing what would love do, bitch. I wasn't doing what love would do. But I'm grateful that I got that realignment and started thinking deeper about what love would do, because ever since I made this switch, it really has improved my life, improved every single conversation. Like, as soon as I started thinking about what would love do, and I'm not gonna say I didn't move crazy today. I definitely did. Ooh, I definitely did a lot of stuff today. I did. But you know how you be growing and then you be doing some shit and then you be like, all right now. It's okay though. Like, I feel like, yeah, it is okay. Again, like I said, like, I be feeling bad about getting away from people. I be feeling bad about feeling bad. So that's on me to, like, just remind myself it's okay. It's all right. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I'm about to go and eat this food and watch Cheaters and yell at the TV. I hope y'all take care of yourselves. I hope that y'all have a good night. And yeah, we'll talk soon.